Oh. Oh, Lord. Did you get the dates? Oh.
Might want to check on that class, not showing them in the jail.
I know, I called them, they said they don't have them. I called them already.
What's the name yesterday?
Yeah, he's on. Don't get me caught up on that. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready on Jeff Gaines? Huh?
Yeah.
No, it's at the top of the list.
Yeah.
It's from yesterday.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Calling case number 2156426. The people of the state of Michigan versus Jeff Gaines. Defendant is charged with count 1, criminal sexual conduct, 3rd degree, count 2, criminal sexual conduct, 4th degree. This matter is here on a German hearing.
Mute your phone, yeah. Just in case.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I
Brittany
lose
Johnson
this.
on behalf of the people, P83513.
Jerry is on there.
And Your Honor, good morning.
Hold on, put your systems on mute if you're not in the hearing. Every time you talk and make noise, we hear it. Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
Judge, good morning to you and to your staff. Michael Woodyard, my P number is 64612. I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Gaines, and Judge, as a housekeeping matter, I must apologize. I talked with your clerk this morning. I have Mr. Gaines scheduled for today in my calendar. Your clerk informed me that I'm wrong, and I'm embarrassed, and I apologize that I was not present yesterday.
All right. Well, you schedule it. May 13th at 3 o'clock.
The date for
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I'm very sorry. I apologize. That's bad. That's a bad look. I apologize.
All right, it happened.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome. We'll see you then.
Yeah.
May 13th at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, no room now.
Yeah, the.
Okay.
Mr. Glenn, William Glenn. No, Judge.
He was just on, Madam Clerk.
No.
All right, he's not on.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Ready on John Thomas?
Ready.
Calling case number 2155469, the people of the state of Michigan versus John Thomas Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carry and concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination
Good morning to you and your staff, Your Honor. Douglas Hampton on behalf of Mr. Thomas. Judge, our exam is scheduled for 9:45. I have been contacted since the last time we were here, March 3rd. The prosecutor in the courtroom had indicated that he was going to send over discovery. Despite that fact, I still did the online discovery request, and I have probably been calling the prosecutor's office at least once a week since March 3rd. I also called over to Glenda over at Discovery.
Is Ryan on?
No, Judge, we're not.
I can't do anything without him. I gotta have him.
You're talking about for Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah, Judge, he's actually in the building, but we weren't scheduled until 9:45, so I was instructed to talk to you first to see if you wanted him to come up.
He's in Woodbury. He's in this one.
Yeah. He's at 36 today.
I gotta have him. So
Okay.
he gotta come.
All right, I'll text him and tell him to come up to the courtroom now.
My name, would you like to put my appearance on the record, or do you want me to wait until?
We'll wait and we'll recall it. As soon as he comes up, we'll recall it.
All right, thanks, Judge. I'll text him right now.
All right. Yeah, I give you the opportunity to watch. Comes up. Very good.
Ready on Romeo Evans? Calling case number 2060846, the people of the state of Michigan versus Romeo Evans. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Solo, on behalf of the people, P83358.
Morning, Your Honor. David Lechner on behalf of Romeo Evans, P number 67994. This matter was scheduled for an in-person exam at 10:45 this morning. I've discussed the matter with my client, who's present today and waiving his right to be physically present in court. He is present on Zoom. Mr. Evans, could you state your name for the record, please?
Romeo Evans.
I've discussed the matter with my client, Your Honor. I've informed him of the people's burden to prove probable cause that a crime was committed in the city of Detroit, county of Wayne, and that there's probable cause to believe that Mr. Evans committed that crime. And after explaining that to him, he agreed to waive today's exam. He realizes that he's only waiving his right to contest the charges to be bound over to Third Circuit Court. He is agreeing to be bound over to Third Circuit Court and face this charge there.
And no objection from the people, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Evans, state your full name again for the record.
Romeo Evans.
Mr. Evans, you understand that you have a statutory right to a preliminary exam where the statement show by probable cause a crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
I understand it.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No.
You waive your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes.
And do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
No.
And Mr. Letner, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
No, Judge.
All right, court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam and is bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which is May 5th, 2021 at 9:00 a.m. And bond continue. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Evans, I'll be in touch later today.
Okay.
I see Mr. Glenn on. Mr. Glenn, are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so your client is in the positive ward, so they quarantine him for 14 days. Just so
Okay.
you're aware.
Okay.
All right, ready on Ramon Reese,
Yes.
Yes.
calling case number 2157210, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ramon Reese. Defendant is charged with count 1, criminal sexual conduct, 3rd degree, count 2, criminal sexual conduct, 4th degree, habitual offender, 3rd notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Susie Twill on behalf of the people.
William Glenn on behalf of Mr. Reese, P 36794.
All right, waive his appearance for the purpose of this hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. I was informed that he's positive for COVID-19.
All right. We'll waive his appearance. We're gonna set this matter for exam, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many witnesses?
One for the people.
Mr. Camille, need your bar number, please.
B57494, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Can we do May 19th at 2:30?
That's fine, Your Honor.
That works for the people as well. And Your Honor, if you could sign the protective order, based on Mr. Glenn's representations last night, I signed his name with consent, and I provided him a discovery link last night. Mr. Glenn, were you able to open that link?
Not all of them.
Okay, let me know then if you need some assistance before it expires, and I'll work with you. There are two other, I think, matters that I do not have from the police department. As soon as I get those from discovery, I will turn those over to Mr. Glenn as well.
Okay. All right, now sign the protective order, and we will forward that back to you guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ready on Mario Manley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Calling case number 21-57110, the people of the state of Michigan versus Mario Manley. Defendant is charged with count 1, operating while intoxicated, causing death. Count 2, failure to stop at a scene of an accident when at fault, resulting in death. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning, Mr. Resnick, and to your staff. This is Brian Johnson for the people, P84143.
Good morning, Your Honor. Barry Resnick appearing on behalf of Mario Manley, P23153.
Mr. Manley on Zoom.
I believe so, Your Honor.
I'm
Mr.
present.
Manley, can you state your name, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Mario Manley.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, counsel, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, there are numerous documents that still need to be forwarded and completed. We're asking for an in-person exam, at least out 60 days. There's a lot of discoveries still outstanding, and test results and laboratory results and reports that are normally going to take quite some time to have done.
Well, I'm gonna give you my earliest date that I have. I have to find out. It probably will be out more than 60 days. But I take the position that once a case is filed, then the prosecutor's office has all the information that they're supposed to have. So if it comes down to us that they don't provide discovery, I'm going to dismiss.
Okay.
No. Right now, because of the pandemic, we have a large backlog. But once that is cleared up, you know, we're going back to keeping the numbers to where they're supposed to be. You know, you get a BCC a week from arraignment, and you get your exam a week from your BCC. How many witnesses?
Your Honor, I will have potentially 3 witnesses,
All right.
2 to 3.
Did you see Tommy? Not down there. I checked the line, with the right in the line.
May 19th at 2:45. Is that a good date? Are the parties available?
Your Honor, is it possible we could do a date in June? There's an accident reconstruction report. There's a lot of lab analysis. That Mr. Manley has some surgical procedures that he needs to have done as a result of this incident.
Well, I need specifics because
Well, he's got a brain CAT scan that is scheduled for next Thursday.
May 19th, that's a month from now.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm just asking for a little bit more time. I know that I need to get these reports done. Kevin, there's accident reconstruction from past experience. I know that these reports take a while.
I don't care that it takes a while. Prosecutor has an obligation to provide the discovery. They intend on using that information, they gotta provide the discovery. They don't provide the discovery, then the case doesn't go forward. I don't know any other way to say it. You know, but we're supposed to, you know, we're still under, you know, scale regulations. We're supposed to have your PCC within a week and your exam within a week. So I'm already going way beyond that.
I'm just asking for a little bit more flexibility, Your Honor. I understand the court's position.
Are you available on the, what day did I give you? 19th at 2:45.
519 at 2:45?
Yes, sir.
The people are available, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I do have some house cleaning matters. I would ask that the court consider removing the GPS tether. Mr. Manley is on a $20,000 bond. There is no evidence of flight or non-appearances. I think his last contact with the criminal justice system was 14 years ago. He has retained counsel. I would ask the court consider that, at least be able to remove his tether for the MRI, which cannot be completed on the next Thursday if he's on any kind of tether, electronic device.
People wish to be heard.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe I would object to removing the tether at this point based on the fact that there is a death involved and he's facing multiple felonies. I would not have a problem if it could be removed temporarily for a medical procedure, because obviously I don't want to interfere with that, but a complete removal, I think I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, I mean, this is a regular tether, right? Is this an alcohol tether or is it a regular tether?
I believe, Your Honor, it's a GPS, just a GPS tether.
Yeah, I have to bring it.
Are there any allegations regarding alcohol or drugs?
Yes, Your Honor, the defendant had a blood alcohol level above the legal limit. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but he had it above the legal limit based on when he was taken to the hospital. 0.19.
And they have a valid driving license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay. I'll remove the GPS tether, but we're installing an alcohol tether on any vehicle he operates.
That's that would be an interlock, Judge?
I guess he's got to go through pretrial services for it. I'm not sure which one they do.
All right, so he can,
On any vehicle.
all right, so he can contact pretrial services to arrange for that?
Yes.
All right, and the only last thing I would ask is that, Your Honor, his brother is scheduled to be married in Tennessee and would like permission to leave from April 30th to May 3rd.
From what to what?
April 30th to May 3rd to Tennessee for his brother's wedding.
People wish to be heard?
I'll leave it to the discretion of the court, Your Honor, as long as we're provided with, or the court is provided with proof and when he's coming back.
We will present that to the court and prosecutor.
All right, well, I'll allow the outside travel during those time periods.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You need to submit an order.
Can I have permission from the prosecutor to sign his name or to just send it to him for approval?
Well, yeah, at least send it to him for approval. He may allow you to sign his name and you can just then send it to us.
Okay.
I'm sure he wants to see it first.
Thank you, Your Honor. And will the court enter an order removing the tether and replacing it with a GPS tether on his vehicle?
Yeah, I'm entering an order right now, removing the GPS tether, replacing it with an alcohol tether.
Thank you for the vehicle.
Yeah, for the vehicle.
You need a copy of it, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
have- Can I have your email?
It's B like boy, A like apple, R like Robert, Corvette like in the car. So it's BARCORVETTE@hotmail.com.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ready? Ready on Julian Sims?
Ready.
Calling case number 21-56446, the people of the state of Michigan versus Julian Sims. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Sola on behalf of the people, P83358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Burton Harris, P81843 with NDS on behalf of Mr. Julian Sims, who's present on Zoom.
Mr. Sims, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Julian Sims.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this matter has been approved for CCW diversion. I got the email yesterday and Mr. Heaphy had the file, and that's the only information I have. I don't know if this is supposed to go to Judge McConico or if it just remains with you or how we handle that, a case that's been approved for CCW diversion.
Then we do a waiver, he goes across the street, he gets diverted.
Okay. All right, well,
Right.
we can do that.
I apologize, Your Honor, and that is all correct. I do not have the file. This diversion still has the file.
Are you ready to do the waiver now?
Yes, we can do the waiver now, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Sims, can you state your full name again for the record?
Julian Sims.
Mr. Sims, you understand that you have a statutory right to preliminary exam where the state must show by probable cause a crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing it. You understand that, sir?
I do, Your Honor.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam that has not been put on the record?
No, Your Honor.
You're waiving your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
I am.
All right. And do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing all?
I do not, Your Honor.
And Mr. Harris, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
No objection.
All right, court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam as filed over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be May 5th, 2021, 9:00 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bonds continued.
Thank you, Your Honor. Julian, you can log off. I'll give you a call in a little bit.
Ready on Randy King?
I'm here.
Calling case,
Yes.
calling case number 21-56451, the people of the state of Michigan versus Randy King Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Sola on behalf of the people, P8358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Kate DeMott Grady, P83667, on behalf of Randy King, who's joining us via Zoom. Mr. King, can you please state your name?
Randy King, Green.
Your Honor, I've received discovery and I'm requesting an in-person preliminary examination.
One, Your Honor.
One.
Correct.
October 6th, 9:00.
Let me double check, but I believe that works. Yes. All right, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. King, you can sign off now.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Ready on Damon Steele? They're flying on, Mr. Steele?
Ready.
Calling case number 1859294, the people of the state of Michigan versus Damon Steele. Defendant is charged with count 1, insurance certificates, possession, sale of stolen counterfeit. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your wonderful staff. May it please this most honorable court, Reginald Andrea, P number 80354, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wendy Barnwell, P number 42505, on behalf of Mr. Damon Steele, who's also on the Zoom. We waive his physical presence in the courtroom.
Mr. Steele, state your full name for the record, please.
Damon the King Steele.
Right. Counsel, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, my client is scheduled for an in-person preliminary examination, but we negotiated with the prosecuting attorney and he wishes to accept their offer to a misdemeanor plea, which I believe that the prosecutor did email to the clerk.
That's correct.
All right. Well, the plea is for 1 count producing false insurance. Statutory maximum is 1 year. Defendant will plead to reduce count 1, producing false insurance per plea agreement. Reached on case number 18059294001. No sentence agreement at this time. Decision to be left in discretion of the sentencing judge. Based on a review of the pre-sentence investigation report prepared by the probation department, and our recommendation the same, including court costs, fine, fees, restitution where applicable. Not eligible for diversion. Is that the totality of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Steele, I need you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you gotta speak up just a little bit though, okay?
Yes, I do. Sorry about that, Judge.
That's all right. All right, Mr. Steele, you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up certain constitutional rights. You're giving up the right to a trial by judge or jury. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to question and confront any witnesses the state has against you and to use the court's subpoena power to force any witnesses you may have to come to court and testify on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're also giving up the right to remain silent and not have that silence used against you, or the right to testify at your own trial if you so decide. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand all these rights I've gone over with you?
Yes, sir.
You had an opportunity to talk to your attorney about all these rights.
Yes.
And you freely and voluntarily waive these rights and plead guilty because you are guilty.
Yes, sir.
All right, now factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Steele, I'm going to ask you some questions now. I just need you to answer loudly for the record. Mr. Steele, on August 10th, 2018, were you in the area of 1550 Rosa Parks Boulevard in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, were you driving a 2001 Black Mercury Grand Marquis?
It's actually blue, but yes, sir.
You were driving a vehicle, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Were you pulled over by the police?
Yes, sir.
And when they asked you for your insurance, did you produce a certificate of insurance?
Yes, I did.
And that insurance was not valid and false, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, people are satisfied, Your Honor.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, court will accept the plea. Matter is going to be referred to the probation department, 36th District Court, for a pre-sentence investigation report. We're going to come back for sentencing.
June 2nd.
June 2nd. At 9:00 a.m. That's going to be in front of,
Bryant.
Bryant. It's going to be in front of Judge Bryant.
You mean Lanice Bryant?
Yeah.
Okay. I also have an in-person in front of you that same time. So.
Okay.
Well,
But I'll,
you got-
I'll work it out, Judge.
Change the date, you gotta change her date.
Pardon?
I said, if you need to change the date, change it with her.
Okay, good. Thank you. And that's
Right.
by Zoom, correct, Judge?
I believe she does hers by Zoom, I don't know. You said
All right,
change it.
in terms of contacting,
Ms. Barwell, can you do June 3rd then?
one split second, Judge, one split second. Sorry, Judge, 1 second. I have to put this in month mode. I have it in the wrong mode. Yes, Judge. June 3rd is good.
All right, we'll do June 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Steele, you're gonna have to contact 36th District Court Probation Department so you can, have your pre-sentence investigation completed.
Your Honor, do you know that number?
Not 313-965-3414.
3414. Thank you. Talk to you later, Mr. Steele. You can zoom out now. You can log off. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
thank you.
Thank you, Clerk. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, we ready? Is Mr. Hampton still on? His client is here.
I'm ready, Kitty.
Oh, okay. Calling case number 2155469, the people of the state of Michigan versus John Thomas Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of the people, P83358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Police Honorable Court, Douglas Hampton, 46378, on behalf of Mr. John Thomas, who is in the courtroom. Judge, today's the date and time set for an in-person preliminary exam. For the court's information, I filed appearance in this matter back on March 1st. March 3rd, we had the PCC in this particular matter. At that time, the prosecutor indicated that he was going to send over discovery. When it didn't come with the week, Judge, I went online and filed for discovery online. I also called over to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for discovery at that. Since then, Judge, I've been calling probably once every.
You're fading in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. What I was saying, since March 3rd, I have been contacting the prosecutor's office probably every 2 weeks regarding the fact that I have not received discovery. I have left multiple voicemails for the assistant prosecutor who was there on the PCC date, Blair Moody, and have not received a call back from him at all. I believe that the clerk has even tried to call Mr. Moody and has not received a response. We have not gotten any discovery whatsoever in this particular matter. Today's the date and time set for the preliminary exam. I'm respectfully requesting a dismissal of this matter.
Your Honor, may I address the court regarding discovery?
Sure.
Your Honor, I do see that Mr. Moody had this case up for PCC on March 3rd. That afternoon at 4:26 p.m., which was after the PCC, Mr. Moody did send discovery to an email of dhampton@hamptonlawgroup.com. And I do have the Axon report that says that it was sent and that it was successfully sent. So the people have tendered discovery. I'm not sure regarding the phone calls. Mr. Moody would have more information regarding that. However, I do have the printout showing that discovery was sent.
Judge,
That's
I'm
your
not going
email?
to. That dhampton@hamptonlawgroup.com is my email, Judge, but I will indicate this to you. I am not going to say that anyone is being disingenuous, but I would say that I have not received it. I have contacted the prosecutor's office no less than 10 times and even left messages for Mr. Moody. So if in fact that was the case, Judge, I would think over the course of the last month that Mr. Moody would have returned a call, sent another email, followed up, or what have you. But I've been doing this a long time, been in front of you a long time, Judge. I have no reason to lie to the court or mislead the court with respect to discovery.
No, that is not an issue.
And Your Honor, I
Mr.
don't
Hampton,
believe
generally,
Mr.
I take you at your word, period. I understand that you haven't gotten it. And I do that as, of course, as an officer of the court. Mr. Stoff is an officer of the court too, and he says that he sent it. So, that puts me in a position where, I don't know what happened, it got lost in the air someplace, I don't know. What I will do at this point, I'm not gonna dismiss it, but I will adjourn it so that you can get the discovery you need.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Hampton,
I will say this, if there's any other issues regarding discovery, it's gonna be gone.
Yes, Your Honor. And Mr. Hampton, I was not trying to insinuate that you were making any false representations.
I believe so, and you're not Mr. Moody, so I understand.
And Mr. Hampton, I'll resend it for you later this afternoon. If you could, let me give you my email so you can contact me. And if you could confirm when you receive it, that would be great.
That'd be great if you, yes.
My email is mstola, so that's M as in Matthew, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, O as in Oscar, L as in Larry, O as in Oscar, F as in Frank, at waynecounty.com. And my last case today is at 2 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be done in court around 3, and I'll be able to send you discovery then.
Sounds good.
Okay, attorneys available October 6th at 9:15.
October the 6th, 9:15, I will be there, Judge.
All right, Miles continues, man, put over to them.
Thank you, Your Honor.
October the 6th at 9:15.
No, Judge, you said October the 6th or the 16th? 6th?
6th.
6th. Thank you, Judge.
October the 6th at 9:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, sir.
All right, Mr. Hampton, Mr. Thomas, I know you don't necessarily want to have this thing lingering that long, but, there's not a whole lot I can do. Your counsel didn't get discovery, and, they said it, but for whatever reason, it didn't, there was a disconnect.
Mr. Hampton, have you filed for gun board on this case? I don't assume you have it out reviewing discovery, but once you receive it, I would consider applying for gun board.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part, Mr. Stoloff.
Did you apply for the gun board?
Just some few times.
No, Judge.
In August 12th.
Once you receive discovery, I would consider applying for gun board based on what I've read from this case.
Yeah, I'll do that. I haven't even seen a police report, so I'll absolutely do that.
Very good. And obviously, if you get approved for gun board, then you can always come back early and waive early.
Oh, okay, I sure will.
I was rearranging my files, and I was like, it was that many stack of files, so that's why I just checked the date.
Some of those, yeah.
Maybe they got waived or something. Maybe they get waived or something.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Hampton?
Yes, sir.
Let me see, I got a spot open. We can do this earlier. Are you available, August 12th at 10 o'clock?
August 12th at 10 o'clock. Yes, sir.
Got that changed?
Yeah, I changed.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thank you. We'll move it up a little bit. So we'll be back August 12th at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Lucky. Have them wait first.
Hold on.
Thank you, Katie.
All right, you're welcome, Mr. Hampton.
This is Wayne Frost. I'm here on Danielle Seaborn.
All right, any other attorney need to check in?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here on the exam, Kitty. This is Tyrone Bicker here for Dorian Cockerham, who's present. We're here to waive as we discussed.
Is that the 9:30 one?
Correct.
Good morning, Madam Clerk. Can I check in on Devontae Smith, please? Judith Grady.
I'm sorry, you said Devontae.
Devontae Shadale Smith.
I don't see. Is it scheduled for today?
I can check, but I had it for today's date.
Yeah, I don't see it on the docket. Can you give me a case number? I can check it.
I don't have your case number. If you're too busy, I can go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna call these couple cases and then I can check.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Ready? Do you want me to call the,
Yeah, not at the exam. Well, no, yeah, that's 9:30. We have Mr. Cripps on there?
No.
Do we have a Bellamy Rose?
No, he's not up here.
Bellamy James Rose, not there?
No.
He out or in?
He should be out. He should be out.
He be out.
Yeah.
calling case number 2061009. The people of the state of Michigan versus Dorian Cooperham. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Soloff on behalf of the people of PA 3358.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Tyrone Bicker, appearing on behalf of Mr. Dorian Cockerham, who's present via Zoom, Your Honor. We would waive his presence in the courtroom if the court was so allowed.
Your bar number, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. P number 62647.
All right, wait a present appearance in the courtroom. All right, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, we were scheduled for the court's 9:30 in-person exam. I've discussed this matter with Mr. Cockerham. At this time, he would like to waive his right to preliminary exam at this time and agree to be bound over to circuit court. Your Honor, this is a case that is being considered by the gun board. So I'm pretty optimistic about our chances there. But either way, at this point, we're prepared to waive.
And good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Soloff on behalf of the people of PA 3358 and the people of North Carolina.
All right, Mr. Cockerham, state your full name for the record, please.
Dorian James Cockerham.
Thank you, sir. All right, sir, you understand that you have a statutory right to preliminary exam with a statement show by probable cause crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No, sir.
You waive your right freely and voluntarily after having an opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes.
Do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
No, sir.
Mr. Bicker, do you have any objection to court signing your name to the waiver form?
No, Your Honor.
All right, court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam. Matter is bound over to Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information. Be May 5th, 2021, 9:00 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Officers.
All right.
Mr. Crib's not here. Oh, but his client's not here either. Hi. Hi, he had Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Thank you.
No Mr. Cripps, no Mr. Roll.
Were you able to get through, Ken?
Yeah, to Gabby, she said she was gonna contact them. Oh, I got Mr. Frost. Calling case number ready on Danielle Seaborn.
Ready.
Calling case number 21-56445. The people of the state of Michigan versus Danielle Seaborn. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of the people, P83358.
Your Honor, if may please the court, Wayne Frost, P51-457, representing Ms. Seaborn. It's my understanding she is on Zoom under LG Stylo 6. She cannot figure out how to connect other than what she is on right now. I would waive her appearance for today's hearing, Judge, and simply set this matter for either a live exam or an adjourned PCC based on the fact that this is a gun board letter. I've contacted her. She's supposed to give me the information in the next few days.
All right, we'll set it for a preliminary exam and waive our appearance for the purpose of today's hearing. How many witnesses?
One, Your Honor.
August 12th at 10:15.
That would be fine.
Mr. Frost, did you receive discovery? I sent you paper and video yesterday.
I did not yes, I do have it.
Very good. If you have any problems opening it, please let me know.
August 12th. August 12th, what time?
10:15.
10:15.
Okay.
And this is going to be a gun board letter, so. And Judge, I do have a question. I just received a call from a client. We've got a live exam set for July the 29th. He contacted me, said he wants to do it by Zoom as soon as possible. Can I contact the court and set up a earlier date?
I don't have an earlier date. And it's right now, if it's set in person, that's what it's going to be in person.
Well, he said he wanted to do it by Zoom.
I don't care what he wants. Doesn't matter.
Okay, and that's why I'm asking the court. So
I mean, the demand was made for in person. The people agree to that, just like he has a right to, to say, to demand in person, so do the people.
And that's fine. And I have no problem with that. I just want to make sure that I can tell him that the court, for whatever the reason is not willing to move it up to,
Well, I don't have a spot to move it up to. That's the problem.
okay,
Yeah. But yeah,
thank you, Judge.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Frost. Take care now.
Madam Clerk?
She's on the phone. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my case might be Judge McConico. What's his room number, Judge?
538.
538, yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna try that. You're both listed on the ROA.
I think they're moving some stuff around, but I'm not really sure.
Well, technically, Judge Giles is probably the judge of record, but
Yeah.
McConicle is taking.
Right.
Judge, so I spoke to Mr. Cripps on Rose Bellamy or Bellamy Rose.
Mhm.
He says that his guy's in prison now. He's serving time. That was part of his plea for the prosecutor to dismiss this case. So they never submitted a dismissal.
Oh.
So, he said he'll come on and explain it, but I told him I still needed to.
You gotta need to look into it.
I'll need to look into it, Your Honor. I don't have any information regarding.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, he said the prosecutor's name. It wasn't you or Blair.
Yeah, if Mr. Chris can provide me that information, I can reach out to them and figure
Our
out.
case number, he got the agreement on. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I need, Your Honor.
Case
Oh.
number, we got the agreement.
Well, he's getting ready to come on, so.
Okay, I'm sure Mr. Chris can provide that information.
Yeah, he'll explain more, but, I mean, this case is open as far as I know. That's, I guess, so.
I mean, I do know that there were multiple armed robberies that were being charged against Mr. Bellamy, so maybe that was one of the other armed robberies. Maybe it was a community.
Yeah, he
prosecutor that
said
had
it was,
that.
yeah, he said he was
That's my best guess.
in prison now. What's next? Our 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, but he said he was gonna log on,
Okay.
Mr. Cripps.
I know that our victim is not here on the Bellamy case, but I know our victim advocate is, so I'm gonna go explain that to her really briefly, so that in case he shows up, that she can provide that information.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, Jeff. There you go, Terry.
Thank you.
Oh, geez Louise. Man, I got so much little paperwork to do. Oh.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Is Judge Giles working today?
Yeah, he just got off to stretch his legs.
Oh.
You got one with us?
I know. It's gone. He ain't gonna stretch his legs, shit.
Still, yeah, they came on and did something. What did Steel do?
Damon Still?
Mm-hmm.
He did a plea.
Oh, good. Good for him. Good job, boy. Okay.
And he did a plea.
Sit here. What time you come back out?
Probably expect to see.
Cause I had to tell him something right quick.
Okay.
Sorry, Kitty, I had to get my closed file. I have it now.
Oh, that's okay. Where'd the prosecutor go?
In the hallway, you want him to come here real quick?
Yeah, tell him Mr. Cripps is on. CR439, Judge Giles Court. Okay. Mr. Cripps, I knew when you didn't show up, something was wrong.
Yeah. I'm kind of embarrassed this happened this way. I took the prosecutor's word that he would send the paper, administratively send the paperwork to 36th District.
Oh, come here. Can I do it?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. Okay.
Is this, the case that's up today is that 258710?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was formally dismissed on the court record on April 2nd, 2021, in front of Judge Darnella Williams Claiborne by the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
Wow.
Hi, Mr. Cripps. How are you doing?
Good morning.
So I'm told that your client may have accepted the plea deal in terms of another armed robbery and then having this one get dismissed.
Yes. He was sentenced on April 2nd, 2021 to a prison term. And as part of the plea package, the case number 258710, which is up today, was formally dismissed by your office on the court record in circuit court.
Okay, hold on one second. What was the case number for that other case?
On the circuit court case?
Yeah, the one that he pled to.
Case number 20-1255-01.
Okay. And you said, was that on the record at circuit court?
Yes.
This one got. Okay.
Yeah, he said on April 2nd.
Okay. Do you recall who the prosecutor was by chance?
And I worked out the deal with Ryan Elsey, but I think at that point in time, a new prosecutor assumed the docket. In fact, I think it may have been the prosecutor who formerly was in this courtroom, your courtroom now.
Oh, was that Noah?
Yes.
Oh, Dola. Is that where she's at now, Frank Murphy?
Yeah, she got transferred over to general trial.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I'd like to do, since my file doesn't have anything notated on it regarding that, I know the judge went here and we can kind of figure this out when he gets back. What I'd like to do is just come back on Zoom, maybe sometime next week, just so I can confirm all of that. And without any kind of notation in the file, I just want to make sure that everything's squared away with general trials before I make the dismissal here. I mean, it's probably already been dismissed, like you said, but before I turn the file over, I want to make sure that I'm covered. Katie, is there any way to verify? Oh, could we pull up that circuit court ROA, maybe? I'm not sure.
I can't pull up circuit court numbers.
Okay.
No. I wish I could, but I can't.
It might say on the ROA at circuit court.
Yeah, it probably does.
Let me see if I can pull it up from my phone.
Yeah.
I might be able to do that. Like, if I can confirm that just from an ROA, I'm fine dismissing that.
Oh, yeah, because they probably put it in the ROA.
Probably put it on the ROA.
Is that the same thing of the RDC?
I can't, but I'm on 2 Zooms right now, so.
That's the ROA that
I'll
comes
put
up.
that.
For what, Alfreda? I think that's, I'm wondering if I'm looking at a circuit court ROA. when I do that. Oh, can you pull up circuit court? You know, when you go to their website and then you go in and I guess that is what it is, because it shows all the actions and court dates, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you got it. I mean, that's the internet, we can do that. Just regular. And, your ear hustling. Had it when I'm at work. Ear hustle. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's right. So do you, you probably don't have a spare mother, you got 30 seconds for it. I'm gonna tell you to go to the website, do the 3RD, look at some stuff. How do I get there? To our hub? Not ours. What's next to that? You gotta go to internet.
So Kitty, for circuit court, do you know if there's any, they put any hyphens in there?
Some of them.
So I got this page pulled up and I'm trying to put, I know that sometimes they use hyphens and stuff like that. There might be no hyphens.
They don't? You gotta put that in, though.
Yeah, that I know.
And then you just type in the first and last name.
Well, I tried doing that. I couldn't find it by name because it might be a hyphen name. If they put it in wrong or anything like that, it'll get wrong.
Hey, Tina, David, 313-617-6177. If you give me a call.
So putting in his name.
You put in his name, make sure you had his whatever that is.
Juer.
Okay. She coming, okay, go to the bottom. Where? Go all the way down to the bottom page, check okay, because you coming in. You gotta go up.
When I do the search based on his name without the hyphen, I get this, but it's not the right case.
Oh, click on, well, these are circuit court.
Yeah,
Click on that and that's your ROA.
Well, that's not the case. This is not this defendant, it's a different defendant with the same name.
Case search, right?
Yeah.
They must have, okay, yeah, this is the page. Go down to ICOPA. Right there, accept. Click on criminal case records.
Down.
Right here.
Down.
Criminal, the blue. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Put that in, put somebody's name in, and then it'll pull it up for you.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to search by his name and I'm getting, when I search without the hyphen, I get a bunch of people that are not listed on there.
Oh, I gotta put, because we.
So I got this, but that's not our guy. It's just the same name. These are all from 2002, 1997. So it's not our guy. So I tried putting it in with his hyphenated last name. Bellamy Rose.
What's the actual, what is he given name? Oh, maybe that's. You got all kind of names. That's
Right,
like
when you get a hyphenated name, it can get kind of
yeah,
hard
it's
to find.
James. It's Rose Bellamy.
Oh, is it Rose Bellamy, not Bellamy Rose?
Rose is the last name.
That could be it.
Yeah. And then put your. Wow. And then put your, yeah. What? Don't put nothing else, scroll down. Yeah, search. There you go, search.
There we go.
Yeah. You found it too?
Found it.
There it is. And there's his, well, it's different. What you did, what? It says prosecute 36th district. Yeah. Well, it's getting him out here.
I don't know, so you take, but see, if you click on
So it's
this
So
here.
that bottom one is ours.
Oh, it's this one right
And
here.
the top one is the one.
Right, the bottom one is ours, this one.
Yes.
It's just the.
I wouldn't even mess with
That's your hour right here. So it's gotta be
That's for every
sorted.
quarter we get.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
your mom gave you whatever you need.
She said she
Stuff that make you- I didn't mean to get that close to you.
I really,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
recall.
I'm sorry.
So I'm not seeing.
But I
any-
got you set now. That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, oh, no, thank you. Yeah, I got it. I'm not seeing anything regarding the dismissal of our case, though. It's not on the RLA.
Well, let's see, if some things like, Frida was saying, if you click on it, it can tell you more, right?
As long as it's blue, should be able to. No, we're coming from the outside, we're getting that general.
Oh, that's why.
So,
I don't think they really
you know
know.
how, what do y'all have here?
But I tell you what, I trust
I
the first
told
one,
you.
I trust
Really get
the
into it.
stuff behind
This
it.
or
They just trying to make us try to make some money.
Yeah, because there has some orders that could have in the order, you know, dismiss per plea on case, it could be that, but I can't get into that.
I was gonna say, if it was anywhere, it would be on that order of conviction and sentence. If it was anywhere, that's where it would be.
Oh, okay, so, but it won't let me put it up.
Cut my barber shop, I was just gonna.
Oh, okay. We can bomb stuff at.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, that's just how much it is. You gotta pay.
Yeah, without seeing that, I think we'll just need to have Mr. Cripps come back on another day. I can email Bill.
Oh, no, I do ball heads too, because I did last night. I don't
Yeah,
know, you know,
it's probably like in there, what you said, it just won't let me.
Yeah, if it was anywhere, that's where it would be.
Yeah, cause like y'all have to do, you have to put your code in or something for you to get, yeah, so. We just did it from the website. I was just showing her.
Yeah.
Just general.
So let me ask you this, are you able to look at what that order says by going in? So you only do it the same way I just did, going through the general?
Yep.
Oh.
So a clerk over there has to be the one.
Clerk has
The way
to-
y'all do.
Yeah.
I go by
I'm pretty sure.
And 1 in, 1 out.
Yeah,
1
I'm
in.
pretty sure.
Most of them sit in the vote card line. Let's just doubt.
Try.
So I think the best thing to do would be, give me a week to contact DOA, double check to make sure that this case was actually
You
dismissed.
can save this on your desktop. if you ever wanted to.
Huh?
Oh, look at it.
You can make it a favorite. Go back
My dad
to
made
first
me.
name.
He was a barber, so.
Oh,
He said, your brother won't do
Is that
it,
it or is
you gonna do
it?
it.
It's the public.org. Go back.
So you ever able to stay open with the,
I didn't open back up until she let us on.
yeah, but I just mean.
Now just.
Yeah, but see, I have restrictions, and I mean,
Favorite.
you go by appointment. See, it's only 2 people in there, you don't see nobody else. See that? And on the weekend, that's where it is. If there's more than 2 people in there, everybody got a mask on. Yeah.
I wanna add.
And then I'm.
Favorite bar.
When I
You wanna
swear
add
to
this
God,
one?
you know, it's
Want to add your favorite bar?
make it straight, that's all.
And then you got the thing up there, all you gotta do is click.
Oh, right there.
Straight barber shop.
So every time you hit that,
Alrighty, well, we tried.
Well, we can just have Mr.
Kinda
Cripps,
help.
we can just pick a.
Yeah, it is.
We can just pick a day for Mr. Cripps to come back sometime next week, preferably a day that I'm on the docket. Doesn't go bounce back and forth between me and Blair. And during, I can email Brooke, Joe, and, confirm that it was actually dismissed.
Yeah, the judge, I guess, I have to. He's coming out. It's 10 o'clock. Is our 10 o'clock here?
313, said it wouldn't let him upstairs.
Yes. They wouldn't let him upstairs.
732.
That's the same.
713.
You went down a little here.
317.
Oh, the client.
I'll be in the hallway. I don't know what kind of list they had down there.
The 10 o'clock's not yours, Matt?
No.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, the prosecutor's out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
Oh,
Yes, something about security wouldn't let him up. He wasn't on the list. I'm looking at him. He the only 10 o'clock we got.
he wasn't on the list. That's his name right there.
Right.
You gotta consider who's working downstairs, okay?
Wow.
You got one on the smack.
Just one?
No, it's just one on the. One out
Right
there.
from over here. Yeah, they are straight down there. I don't know.
I know, this is the first boy I passed. The white boy.
Yeah.
You looked at the book. You saw me yesterday.
You here every day, huh?
May not be having a good day today.
No, he probably takes his job seriously, because that's the only job he got.
So can you not make it tomorrow? You know whether anything's going on?
That dog went in here, so.
He must have got caught by Judge Jefferson.
That's what I'm saying. Not down there, never had been. We never got in there, 4 people down there. I asked security's like, no, he never came here. And Mr. Tank was. Yeah. He came in. He trying to cover for a guy. That's what happened earlier when they said the other guy was in. Hey, this probably, the attorney won't even work. I get on this phone. He's just, all right. But he's not out here yet. Okay.
What was his first name? Who? L-O-E, who was that? It was a 1045 in Wayne.
Was the first name?
Yeah. Daniel, oh, David.
David.
Okay, that's not. Yeah.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How you doing?
You know Charles, your brother?
Huh?
You know Charles, your brother?
Yeah, no.
He works at my shop.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say hey to you, that's all.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Mr. Chris.
Prosecutor stepped in the restaurant.
All right.
You want me to call the case?
No, because I'm just gonna put it over. I'll give a date just for, make sure. Mr. Cribs?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We have Bellamy James Rose.
Yeah.
And you said that the this matter was resolved based on another plea, did it, correct?
Yes, my client entered on April 2nd, 2021, was sentenced by Judge Darnella Williams Claiborne on that case number 20-1255. He received a prison sentence, and as part of the plea agreement, I'm reading from the pre-sentence report, quote, "The people agree to dismiss 36th District Court case number 20-58710-01. It was my understanding that was going to be your court was going to be notified of that in terms of dismissal of this case.
Okay. What was the case number, the main case number that he pled on?
20-1255-01.
That's the court number?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge, I just sent an email to the administrative assistant to that courtroom to ask them to send me a judgment of sentence, because it clearly should be reflected on that. And I can send it to the court.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was up today. I thought administratively it would have been dismissed by the prosecutor's office.
And Your Honor, I do have that court number. I was able to obtain an ROA.
Okay.
I can contact the APA from that courtroom. I don't have anything noted in this file regarding the dismissal. And off the record, Kitty and I attempted to, when we were pulling up the ROA, attempted to open up the section of the ROA for the order and judgment, but we're unsuccessful. It didn't show anything. I believe a clerk from that courtroom looked to access that in order to obtain that. Once I can get some sort of indication that it has in fact been dismissed and that I can see the order, and I would have no objection to dismissing it here. I would just want to verify that before doing that.
I understand. Well, I'll give you the opportunity to get it. All right, Mr. Krebs, if you get a judgment of sentence, you can send it to us, and then I'll just administratively do it.
Very good, Your Honor.
And then let you know. Right now, I guess need to put in.
I'll send it to you, Your Honor, and CC the prosecutor in your courtroom.
Okay, all right, thank you. But just to be sure that doesn't linger out there, I won't give a date of 2 weeks.
2 weeks, you think you need that long?
No, I don't think so, but that way once I get the paperwork, I'll just go ahead and dismiss it. I'll just sign, fill out a dismissal form. We don't have to have the parties here.
Very good, Your Honor.
So today's the 21st, we do it, it's not 12, May 12th.
May 12th?
Yeah.
What's our next court date, Your Honor?
It's gonna be May 12th, but once I get the paperwork, I'm just gonna administratively go ahead and process it and dismiss that case.
And Your Honor, what I'll do is I'll check back in on, I apologize, Mr. Chris, go ahead. I'll check back in on May 12th. If you dismissed it before then just so I know what to do with the file, I'll check back in on May 12th.
Well, we dismiss it, I'm gonna send you a copy of the dismissal.
Okay, that works too, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. All right, thanks, Mr. Cripps.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Call this Stogill.
Oh, he's here? Calling case number 2057151, the people of the state of Michigan versus Mario Stogill. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon, count 2, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon, count 3, controlled substance, possession, manufacturing, count 4, weapons, felony, firearm, count 5, weapons, felony, firearm. Habitual offender, fourth notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Nelson Jr. on behalf of the people, P78306.
My name is Craig Kane. I am here on behalf of Mr. Stogill, my bar number P58360.
Are you ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, any preliminary issues?
Your Honor, I believe we do have 2 stipulations. First, that the defendant does have a prior conviction which made him ineligible to possess a firearm as of April 20th, 2020. And then there is a lab report for the marijuana that was recovered at the scene. I believe we have a stip to the chain in toxicology or in the chemist report.
That's correct.
And that is, what's the result of the report?
That 123.3 pounds of marijuana were recovered from 7454 Barjo, V as in Victor, ARJ as in John, O, in Detroit, Michigan. And that preliminary test was done by Sergeant Smith with the Detroit Police Department, and it did test positive for marijuana.
You said it's 123.3 pounds. Okay. All right, those the stipulations, that's correct, Mr. Payne?
Yes, they are.
All right, thank you. All right.
With that, the people will call Detroit Police Officer Stephen Townsend.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Would you say your name for the record again, please?
Stephen Townsend,
And how are you employed?
Detroit Police Department,
How long have you been so employed?
13 years.
Back on April 20th, 2020, do you have any special assignments?
Yes.
What is your assignment?
At the time, I was assigned to the 9th Precinct non-fatal shooting team.
And on April 20th, 2020, did your duties take you to 7454 Barjo?
Yes.
Why did you go there?
The search warrant was prepared for that location as a part of an ongoing investigation.
And you were at that location with other officers?
That's correct.
Was there a team that was prepared to go inside that location?
Yes.
Were you one of the initial members inside?
I followed up following the entry that was made into the location. The 11th Precinct Special Operations Team made entry. After they cleared the location, I made entry.
And so you went inside that location. Was anybody there?
No.
Did you make any observations while you were inside that location?
Yes.
Did you see anything that was of interest to you?
Yes.
Did you see any weapons?
Yes.
Can you describe the weapons and where you found them?
The first weapon that was located was a, I don't know if I know the make of it. I don't know that there was a make, but it was like a AR or AK style pistol, semi-automatic gun that shoots rifle rounds. And that was located on the first floor in a bedroom under a mattress.
Okay. Did you see that gun under the mattress?
I did.
Okay. Were there any other firearms inside that house?
Yes, there was another small caliber pistol, chrome pistol that was recovered from the upstairs of the location in like a lockbox.
Was that lockbox open?
It was.
And you saw, you said a small caliber handgun?
That's correct.
Were there any other items that were associated with firearms?
Yes, there was, I believe it was 9mm ammunition along with, I might be mistaken, but the 7.62 caliber ammunition located in the bedroom, the first floor bedroom with the, that AR style pistol.
And 7.62 millimeter, is that a larger rifle round?
It is.
So you found guns, ammunition. Did you find anything else that was of interest to you?
I found the identification belonging to Mario Stagio, along with mail belonging to Mario Stagio, and a large amount of marijuana as well.
Okay. You said you found an identification. What type of identification was that?
It was a Michigan identification.
Did it have an address on it?
It did.
What address did it have?
The address of the search warrant, with the Fargo address.
Okay. And you said you found another piece of information with his name on it?
Yes.
Do you recall what that was?
It was a bill or a notification of of some sort, some kind of, a piece of mail.
Did that have that address on it?
It did,
And you also said that you found a large amount of marijuana.
correct.
Can you describe that marijuana and where it was?
It was loose marijuana, there was multiple, like plastic tubs of it. There was a blue tarp spread out. I don't know if they were drying it, I don't know, it was just it was a lot of marijuana, apparent marijuana.
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Mr. Tank has already seen these.
What? I'm just showing what you're showing the witness.
Yeah, please let the record reflect that I'm handing the witness what has been previously marked as people's proposed exhibits number 2 through 10. Officer Townsend, what did I just hand you?
Several sheets of paper with images on there.
Okay, are there numbers on the back of each of those?
Yes.
Do you recognize what's on those sheets of paper?
Yes.
What are on those sheets of paper?
Images from, excuse me, 7454 Varjo Street.
Are those images consistent with what you observed on that day, April 20th, 2020?
Yes.
Did you take those photographs?
No, I did not.
Were you present when they were taken?
I was.
Your Honor, at this time, I would move for the admission of people's proposed exhibits 2 through 10. And Your Honor, I have no further questions.
So where did you recover the marijuana in the house?
It was in the upstairs of the location.
Upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, what about the, I think you described it as an AR style pistol. Where did you recover that from?
That was recovered from the western first floor bedroom.
Okay. What about, there was another pistol that was there. Where was that recovered from?
That was located upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yes.
Was that it, just the 2 firearms?
Yes.
Okay. How about the ammunition, sir? Where was that recovered?
The ammunition was in the bedroom with the AR pistol.
Okay. All right. Now, just out of curiosity, I see that you have an exhibit there. See the first exhibit? You see where it says 7454?
Correct.
Okay, and you have that right in front of you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a picture of the front of the house by chance?
Not included in this packet.
Right, okay. All right, now, in the front of the house, was there 1 mailbox or was there 2?
That's a good question.
Okay, if I could show you a picture of the front of the house, could you tell me, would it refresh your recollection as to whether or not there's 1 mailbox or 2?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Approach her.
Yeah.
Appears to be 2 mailboxes.
2 mailboxes, okay. And so Are you familiar with, for example, the back of the address? Did you ever go there?
The back of the address.
Yeah.
What do you mean, the backyard?
Yeah, you ever go to the backyard?
Backyard.
In the backyard, do you recall noticing that there were two separate meter boxes?
No, I don't.
If I could show you a picture of the two separate meter boxes, might it refresh your recollection?
Certainly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now, this area that you're in is.
Okay, what? Okay, there's 2 meter boxes.
All right, and this area that you're in, you'd agree with me, would you not? That there's a whole bunch of 2-family flats that are there, is that right?
You know, I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. The way I would determine that is if there was 2 different addresses on the location.
All right. Or for example, there'd be 2 separate mailboxes would give you an inkling there were 2 separate addresses, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay. If there were 2 separate meter boxes, that might give you an inkling that there were 2 separate addresses, right?
Potentially.
Okay. And if there's a whole bunch of 2-family flats all around the location, that might give you an inkling, because there's 2 mailboxes and 2 meter boxes, that this is a 2-family flat, right?
The house didn't present itself as a 2-family flat to me.
I see. So you make entry, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you go through the front door, correct?
That's correct.
Now, you agree with me, there's an entryway when you walk into this place, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then away from the entryway, there's a door immediately in front of you, correct?
That's correct.
And then there's a staircase to where you go upstairs, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And you'd agree with me that after you make entry into the entryway, there's a door there with a lock on it.
That door wasn't locked.
I understand that it may not have been locked. Would you agree that there was a door there with a lock on it?
There was a door there.
Okay. Can you recall whether or not there was a deadbolt?
No.
Okay. You just checked to see whether or not it was open and then proceeded in, correct?
Correct.
And then you went upstairs, if I'm not mistaken, and that door, when you get upstairs, there's another door, correct?
Yes.
And when you looked at that door, did you notice that there was another lock on it?
No.
Okay. You just checked to see whether or not it was open, right?
Correct.
And upon seeing that it was in fact open, you entered in, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So as we sit here right now, when you went into the upstairs of the home, you have no idea whether or not that's in fact a separate address from the downstairs, do you, sir?
No.
Okay. What was the address for the search warrant again? What address?
7454 Barjo.
Okay. What about for 7456? Did you get a warrant for that address?
Does that address exist?
Not a question, sir.
No, I did not.
Okay. So you'd agree with me, would you not, that if this is in fact a separate address in the upstairs, you had no search warrant for it, right?
If indeed that was a 7456
Okay.
Barjo, I wouldn't have a search warrant.
Or for that matter, any other number, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Were you the author of the search warrant?
I am.
And would you agree with me, when you described the residence, you certainly didn't describe it with 2 mailboxes out front, did you?
No.
I mean, that'd be pretty important though, wouldn't it, in terms of the description, in terms of what the address is, right?
This is true.
Okay. Then, of course, you never bothered to explain to the magistrate that was reading this, there were 2 separate meter boxes in the back, did you?
No, but that was something I wasn't aware of.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you're doing search warrants for narcotics and other things, you pay attention, if I'm not mistaken, on occasion, to what the billing says from from Detroit Edison, is that right?
I'm not always privy to that information.
Right. Did you make any kind of inquiry in terms of how many billing addresses that work for Detroit Edison at this address?
No, I did not.
I noticed, for example, with the picture that you have as the exhibit here, did you take that picture?
No, I did not.
You know who took that picture?
Probably one of our evidence technicians.
Have you any idea why they did not take photographs of the two mailboxes that are out front?
There may be photographs of that.
You just don't have them with you?
I don't have them with me. Typically, they do take a full shot of the house.
I'll let you know. You know what? I'm on the record myself. Yeah, but I'll call you back. All right. Bye.
Let me just have one moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
You know, with that, I have nothing further to witness.
Any further?
Officer Townsend, was there anything, were there any other numbers aside from the number 7454 on the front of that house?
No.
Was there anything to indicate to you, judging by numbers, that 7456 even existed?
No.
In your experience, if there's a two-flat house, do doors typically remain locked between them?
I'm going to object to the relevance or where that question goes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the testimony is that he came in after the raid team already entered the home and cleared it. So if they had entered the home and cleared it, and any doors that were locked wouldn't legally be locked at that point, everything would be open.
The doors that Mr. Tank was asking about that may have had deadbolts on them, did you observe any damage to those doors or the locks that would have been that might have been on those doors?
No, I didn't observe any damage to the doors.
Did you observe any damage to the house at all?
No. Other than the front door that was damaged, making entry.
Okay. And just to be clear, one gun was found on the first floor?
That is correct.
One gun was found on the upper floor?
That's correct.
And the marijuana was found on the upper floor?
That's correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
If I can just have one moment to be very quick.
Sure.
I have no questions for the witness. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I have no further witnesses.
We have no witnesses, Your Honor.
Your Honor, at this time, the people would ask or present a motion to this court to bind over on all charges. It is true that Mr. Tank, not my colleague Jennifer Tank, but Mr. Tank, has presented evidence that this may be a two-flat house. According to the officer, there was no indication, no numbers indicating that a second dwelling needed to be searched. There was no indication that there was a second, well, there were no numbers on the house.
2 meters.
Correct. There were no numbers on the house indicating that there was a second residence. The only numbers affixed to the front of the house were 7454 Barjo.
I understand that. That would go to the search warrant, not to the actual search. Because, you know, if you can reasonably make a mistake in securing a search warrant based on the information that you have at the point that you're seeking the search warrant.
Correct.
You know, but that still doesn't necessarily validate the search and any seizure if that warrant was secured by mistake.
Correct. The people's position is that that at that time, the fact that there was only one set of numbers on the front of the house indicated that it was a one-family dwelling at that point. So it was reasonable to search both at that point in time. At the very least, the felon in possession charge should carry over and survive any argument because we have Mr. Stodshill's address we have Mr. Stodshill's address on a driver's license and a piece of mail that was recovered. We have a gun that was recovered on the first floor and a gun that was recovered on the second floor. So at the very least, the felon in possession charge and the accompanying felony firearm should survive any argument that Mr. Tank would make. And at this time, I would move for the felon in possession charge and the accompanying felony firearm to carry over. And I will withdraw my motion for the marijuana.
You're right. I think that, and I agree with the prosecutor's position. I have no objection to the dismissal of the possession of the intent to deliver marijuana. But what I would also say is this, Your Honor, is that up where the marijuana is at, in the upper flat, as he testified to, is this AR-15 or machine gun as well.
No, that was on the first floor.
Okay.
The handgun was found on the second.
It's our position that the handgun found on the second floor should be suppressed as well as the marijuana. And beyond that, I have no further argument. Oh, I'm sorry. And any felony firearm charges that attach to those specific items.
Well, Your Honor, at this point, we don't know whether 7454 was the lower flat or the upper flat. So, I mean, it's very well possible that it's 7454 is the upper flat, and that had both the handgun and the marijuana in it.
But isn't it your obligation to put forth that information? You have to show what property belonged to this gentleman, which property he was had control over, and and what goes to him. I mean, if you're not arguing that if you don't know, then how can I bind him over on anything?
I understand. One moment, please. Your Honor, the testimony that was offered was that the identification was found on the first floor.
Right.
The AR-15 or rifle, pistol rifle, was found on the first floor.
And the ammunition was found on the first floor.
And the ammunition was found on the first floor. So therefore, it's reasonable to assume, as Mr. Tank said, that everything upstairs should be suppressed. Fine, okay. The ammunition, the AR-15, and the identification were all found on the same floor. Therefore, it's reasonable that those charges, the FIP ammo, the FIP gun, and the attenuating or the accompanying felony firearm are reasonably attributed to this person because they were all found within, if it's two separate dwellings, that was found in this dwelling. So with that, we would move to bind over on those counts and we were dismissed, moved to dismiss on the marijuana count because that's upstairs.
All right. We're going to find based on the testimony and argument as to all right, let me go through it. And on April 20th, 2020, Officer Stephen Townsend accompanied the team that executed a search warrant at 7454 Vargo. At the point, no one was there. However, certain items contraband was located, AK-style pistol on the first floor under the mattress, a small caliber pistol in the lockbox that was found on the upper level, ammunition, 9mm and 7.62 ammo found on the first floor bedroom. Also found on the first floor was ID, a Michigan ID and mail with the defendant's name on it and the Vargo address. There was a large amount of marijuana found on the second floor. There was two mailboxes on this home, although only one address listed are shown on the home, and there were two separate meter boxes. Again, the issue of the warrant, the actual warrant, at the time that the warrant was sought out, Officer Townsend had certain information, and he acted on that certain information, and based on that information, the magistrate signed the warrant. So as far as the only thing the court can say about a warrant at this stage is whether or not the four corners of the warrant is good. And based upon the testimony received, is that the four corners of that warrant was good. But if some of that information is incorrect, and even if it's found out later, then the results from the execution of that warrant may or may not be good. And at this point, the court finds that the results of the execution of the warrant for the upper level as a separate location or a separate residence, and I'm going to suppress any of the contraband, i.e. the marijuana and the handgun that was found on that level. I'm going to bind them over as to the firearm, the possession by a felon, possession of ammunition, and the felony firearm associated with the lower level. Find that those felonies did in fact occur in Detroit, or cause this charges defendant will be bound over Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division or arraignment on the information, which will be May 5th, 2021 at 9 o'clock a.m. And violence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Tate?
Yes, sir.
We need a dismissal form on count 3 and then count, well, that's it, count 3. There's only 2 felony firearm charges, and one will go to the gun, one will go to the ammunition. Good. Mr. Hatchett, what do you have? You're on mute. Still on mute.
Okay. Something's wrong with my system.
Oh, here you go. You're coming through now. Okay. I guess you got to stay right in front of it because as soon as you turn your head, I couldn't hear anything. Still can't hear.
Got it now. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I have an Alonzo Collins, and I apologize for my dress, but he was picked up on a bench warrant last night, and I think he's going to be arraigned before you, I think. It was your case, and I moved to withdraw, and they found this guy, and now his case is back. Now he's in custody. So I don't know if it's your case now still or not.
It'll come back to me, but he'll go in front of a magistrate on the warrant.
Okay.
Then they'll set a PCC date. And if you're still, did I give you an order to withdraw?
I'm going to withdraw that, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Then they'll notify you of the case.
Okay.
Once the PCC comes up.
Okay, so I just have to find out who the magistrate is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, if they picked him up last night, he'll probably be up sometime today, whoever.
Yes, he was picked up last night. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Is Mr. Evans here?
Mr. Marshall.
Ms. Tackle is standing in for Mr. Marshall.
Oh.
However, she says she was in Judge Jones in a hearing.
You know what?
In a hearing. She said she would be up as soon as she could, but I don't even know if she's here because she called a while ago.
All right. Well, that is not here.
Oh, okay. Not ideal.
Come on up, Mr. Cole.
There you go, Mr. Tank. Thank you. You too. Evans? Evans not here?
He's not here.
Ready? I'm Sean Evans. Calling case number 2061042, the people of the state of Michigan versus Deshaun Evans, defendant is charged with count 1, police officer fleeing 4th degree vehicle code. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll, people P8335.
Good morning, Rebecca, TFOP 62311. On behalf of Mr. Evans, I am sitting in for the attorney of record, Mr. Q Marshall. Your Honor, Attorney Marshall and I have no knowledge of the whereabouts of Mr. Evans at this time.
Your Honor, our witnesses here, we're ready to proceed. We would ask first if this time.
All right, thank you so much. And volunteer to register these forfeit. I'm glad that $30,000 cash.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ronald.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm going to let my officer be on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Madam Clerk.
Yes.
I had to hear again. I apologize for calling back. I can't find out who the arraigning magistrate is on my case. Is there a number I can call?
Call 965-2281.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Like on the arraignments now. 439 just on for. Hey, Tim.
Oh. Come on in. All right.
Mhm.
Good morning. Doing well yourself?
Okay.
Last week out here, we were talking about water slides. This week, we can talk about snow.
Judge, just felony arraignments, the case that Mr. Hatcher was just on, they want to know if he was willing to lower his bond.
When did he keep you?
Huh?
When did I put in the keep you?
When was he paid you, Phil? Yeah, I know, he was just on here too. April 5th.
And he got picked up, right?
He got picked up or returned himself in?
I know. 21. Yeah.
He got picked up.
Days into PCC. Oh, no, I'm not gonna change it. The attorney can make the motion at the PCC.
Get the court costs, supervision fees, all this stuff up to $2,000. Diversions.
Oh. He said the defendant had an arrangement with the detective to turn himself in, but then the detective didn't come in and pick him up.
Did I watch all the videos again last night?
Is that right, Phil? Is that what you're saying?
Well, maybe I can give them. They have reasonable suspicion, but you never know if they'll say it.
You said.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying, I'm saying that they're related. I didn't know what the other one.
What magistrate is that? Phil? Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
What? Don't worry.
Yeah. Barely, but okay. All right, all right. He said he's okay with that. I was like, barely. Oh, we ready? What we got?
Green.
Oh, 11 o'clock. Green. I want Mr. Hatcher back.
Yes, yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I apologize for having to come back. I talked to the magistrate. There's a 30,000 capias on my client. He only
I allowed him to reduce it.
5,000, 10%, Your Honor.
Whatever they say, I just told, they asked, can they reduce it? I said, yeah.
Okay, all right, very well. Thank you for your time, Judge. I apologize.
You're welcome, you're all right.
All right.
Okay. We'll see you later.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we ready on Devaney's Green?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, okay. Calling case number 2060785, the people of the state of Michigan versus Devaney's Green. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoloff on behalf of people CA3358.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patrick 9 has P76343. I've got Mr. Green. He's not present today. I've had communication with him. And I believe we sent him a letter in October. And I would ask for an adjournment, but leave it in the court's discretion.
All right. If you're so interested, you might please hear this before.
Thank you.
Got that? 30,000 cash.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Find them, do what to do.
I do.
All right.
Well, what's with the 30,000 cash? It used to be 20,000 cash.
I wanted to give people attention.
I'm like, wait, that's different than the. Okay, you all have a good rest of the night.
All right,
You
take
too.
care now.
You too.
Thank you.
We got this one.
11:15.
Not your office.
11.
Yeah, I'll.
Oh, Mr. Johnson, he just, no, he's here. Yeah, client is.
His client's here. His client is here.
Mr. Johnson here, I believe this client's here. I'm gonna go check to see if our office is all right.
All right.
Okay.
They didn't really have some of that trees and crap, clear property. You know.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of building my own house up there. Uh-oh.
How much property you got?
Well, actually, it's four families. We went together and bought 20 acres.
20 acres?
Yeah, so we just separated that in 5 acres each.
I'm surprised. Cause I know a lady, well, it's 20 acres. You can split 20 acres. But it was a lady, they bought something under 20 acres and they were trying to build 2 houses on it. It's actually in Washington County. And they were told, and I don't know if it's just from, I thought it was Michigan altogether, that they can only build 1 house. That they can't split the land because it has to be at least 20 acres to split it.
No. Well, it depends on what the land is on.
Right.
Now, if it's on farming,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
They'll have limits on how small the parcels can be.
Okay.
But, ours wasn't.
Okay, so it depends on what it's zoned. Yeah.
We could have split it down into the 300 separate lots if we wanted to,
Okay.
but.
And out there it could be for farming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't know that before they bought it, and they was giving them a hard time. They said you can't have 1 house on it. It was something, I can't remember how many acres it was, but it was under 20. Yeah, they was upset. You gotta know
We
what
gotta go through and get the land rezoned then.
I don't know if they can.
Yeah, you probably have it rezoned.
Okay.
You can do it all the time.
Okay.
So, yeah, they just gotta get it rezoned. Then they can do what they want with it. But, if the whole area is like farming, you're gonna have a hard time getting it rezoned.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna say they don't want a whole bunch of houses, they're saying they just put 2 houses, they wanna split the property, they may give an exception for that.
So their next move was to build 1 house, big house, with the garages
In the middle?
in the middle. Yeah. Yeah. But they said that they had to their lawyer or somebody told them we gotta check and make sure that's not a condo.
Right, yeah.
And a condo go on there?
If they're not letting you put 2 houses on.
Right.
It's certainly let you put a condo.
Right.
So, yeah. I would be easy to just get a rezone.
If you can, yeah.
We put it down to 5 acres. And the property is just like that TV is, it's like a big rectangle.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. And, if you look, if that's the property there, on the right-hand side, that's where there's a county road. So that's our road access. We built in, we had, put in a driveway, which is enough for 2 cars to come back and forth on both sides of the street.
Right.
Like straight up through the middle.
Okay.
And my property is in the back.
Okay.
On the right-hand side. So,
That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Get 20 acres. That's enough.
They got large acres up there. And what the other guy is doing, he's got it on, north, what is it, North Point, the north side, north something. Realty up there. It's only like maybe 3 or 4 realty companies in the area. And, he's going out buying these 20-acre lots are bigger. And he's separating them all into 5 acres each.
Right.
And then he's selling them for $20,000.
Wow.
On a land contract, where, you pay $500 down and $500 a month. So you can all these people, I get 5 acres, $500,
Yeah.
$500 a month.
That's safe. That's safe for him.
That's safe for him, but.
Yeah, but if they miss a payment.
Yeah.
If something
Come
come
out
up.
there, buy your 5 acres, put a house on it. On one side, you got a tent, on the other side, you got a trailer home, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's good business, yeah. Yeah, been going back and forth. I wanted to put a log home on it,
That's what I want to do.
but you know, those things are expensive. They also, when come resale, they, you know, you get more money for them.
Really? The resale is good?
Resale is higher.
Wow.
Take a log home and it's 2,000 square feet. Take a brick home or a frame home, 2,000 square feet, that log home will sell for a lot more.
Wow. I'm thinking about building a log. I got, well, it's about to be more now because my mother-in-law's sister died, so more land is coming to her, but she's giving it to us down in Virginia. So right now it's 3.8 acres, but they're trying to get us a couple more. And I do want to go down there and build a log home on it, but the land is, their father left it to all of them, and he asked that they keep it in the family. He actually asked that they don't sell it to the white people because they had been trying to get that land for a long time.
Oh, sure, yeah. So you make some of them taxes up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So,
and then you have to make sure you have to go down and have someone check on it, because they'll come through and clear it. They'll come through and take all your trees off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for what
Actually-
number is going now,
actually, she's a couple of times she sold her trees to them. They came and cut it down, but they keep growing right back.
yeah, they go right back.
Yeah. And so, when I told her to stop now, because if we're gonna go ahead and build a log cabin on there, we wanna, depend on what type of wood it is. I've been down there a couple of times, but I haven't actually walked on the site. Myself.
Well, you know, another way, you know, they got that, this log cabin association. They tell you how, they'll teach you how to build your own log cabin, but, you know, you gotta have a whole lot of time to do it. You know, and plus, you have to know what you're doing, because, you know, you have to treat those logs.
You have to treat them.
Cut down the tree. You know, this is the
Yeah.
settlers, and we're gonna, you know, stack them on top of each other, to build a home.
You gotta know how to caulk them, you gotta know how, and then you have to keep treating them.
Yeah, you gotta, that wood has to be, should be all put in a kiln, dried out,
Yeah.
and then treated so that, you know, it becomes almost like stone, where, you know, you won't get bugs and stuff in it.
'Cause that's where they live. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I see.
I might do it.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, were you, how you have to do your water and your electricity? You have to do your own, or you have to do a well, or they got something?
Yeah, it's well.
It's a well, okay.
It's all well. Up there, they got, you know, the lake is right there, it's all natural underneath, so it's,
Yeah.
you know, good.
Yep.
The electricity, I have to run a line in.
Yeah.
From the county road.
Okay.
Well, probably, I'm gonna do, so I want to do solar too.
Oh, okay.
For the most part, be off the grid.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You ready on Earl Griffin? Okay, I'm ready. Calling case number 2155300, the people of the state of Michigan versus Earl Griffin. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Soloff on behalf of the people, P83358. Good morning, Your Honor. It's on court Basil Johnson, P72130. We have Griffin State Line.
Griffin, state your full name, please.
My name is Earl Eugene Griffin.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
We ready?
Your Honor, established for not ready to proceed, my claiming witness and officer has failed to appear. I sent subpoenas and I sent a reminder email yesterday. I cannot explain their actions.
Move to dismiss.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You doing it?
She already did one.
Oh.
Yeah, we already did.
What's going on?
All right.
This one's not on focus. Yeah, he told me. Thank you.
Hey, what up, Ron?
Oh, not much. Nothing much.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
Well, I'll bring it up too.
Okay.
Oh, I did it.
Ah.
They may have sent me something after I did yesterday. I haven't checked my email. They may have sent something this morning saying that something happened, but, I'm sure why it wasn't transported. I know I filed the red.
Right. Corrections and county. Yeah, correction.
No, it shouldn't have been.
County, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Back in the day, I was telling you, back in the day, we used to, it was with them on the midnight shift and the day before, all the same day. The same day, and take them straight over to the court. Of course, it's the stages you gotta go through now. One time about the, you know, COVID. Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Number 20. 2 minutes.
So can we through the snow? It's not supposed to snow anymore.
I thought we'd been through with the snow. Ask me. But first, I was like, cool. I'm so glad I didn't do any planting.
I know why. It's, I think,
Okay. Our next one is at Alexander.
no,
Oh,
this is 12:30.
So Matthew, I was telling Blair yesterday that the judge is going on vacation, the end of June.
Okay.
It's like from June 28th through July 19th, he won't be here.
Okay, are we gonna have a
So-
stand-in judge or no?
We are, but the thing is, all the exams that were scheduled for them days,
Okay,
he's adjourning.
okay,
So the only thing, the judge that will be here will do the PCCs.
okay, will the new judge also give us our dates for the adjourned exams, or is Judge Giles gonna do that?
No, I've already done it.
Okay.
I have them, I told Blair, the problem now is, the judge just told me the dates might change.
Okay,
I've already adjourned all these cases.
okay.
So I have the old, this is what I did.
We're gonna have to do new subpoenas on all of those.
So the attorneys and defendants have all been notified,
Okay,
okay? And your guys' notices are here, it's you and, Blair's.
Okay.
For all your cases. I have the copy of the old dates, so the docket for the old dates, and then the copy for the new date.
okay,
Okay? Like this one. This one is June 28th. So all these same times have been moved to September 20th.
okay.
Okay? And that's the same, like June 29th. These have all been adjourned
Okay,
to
so
September 20th.
if the judge might give new dates, are you talking about new dates beyond, like, aside from that September 20th date?
So he hasn't let me know when he comes back. I'm gonna ask him.
Okay,
But he said the dates have changed, so I don't know if he's completely changing all of them or
Yeah,
if he's adding more dates on.
I mean, since we have a little bit of time until that June date, I have a little bit of time to work with before I send out new subpoenas and give notice to witnesses and things like that.
Right.
So I'd like to wait until we get complete confirmation, just so I don't have to do.
But
More work?
I do too. That's why I did them up front. If
Yeah.
I've known, this is the second time he changed the dates.
Mhm.
So I've done double work, but there are actually a couple days in here that he moved up.
Okay,
They were scheduled for the end of July that he moved to, June.
okay,
So I think it was like a month difference. or
yeah.
something.
I guess when he, I mean, you can.
Yeah,
you can-
like
you can
July
clarify.
8th has been moved to June 23rd.
Okay. I mean, I guess when he gets back, you can maybe ask for some
Yeah, because
clarification.
he mentioned it when he first got on the bench, but we didn't go into what actual dates.
Yeah, I guess once we get the final confirmation in terms of what dates are set.
Right.
You can just give me the lists and I'll take care of sending out.
Right, so I
subpoenas.
had, these were your lists I was gonna give to you,
Yeah.
because even Blair just emailed me, because I told him yesterday.
Mhm.
But I don't know, let's just wait and see what dates, because I don't know, some of these
Yeah.
might change.
Especially because, I mean, seeing a giant stack, like even sending out a
It's a
week
lot.
worth of subpoenas, that could be,
Right.
50 plus subpoenas, probably more than 50.
Right, and
that's-
these
that's
are
a
your
lot of
guys,
work.
these are your guys' notices.
Oh, okay.
This is a lot of
That's
cases.
a lot. That's- Honestly, I'm probably gonna have to work a weekend to do all that.
Yeah, this is a lot. I had to have
Well,
help, come help.
It might be a situation where we're gonna maybe have another APA, like we have the newer APAs like Alex and Elizabeth.
Oh,
Maybe
see if they can do it.
they can do it, or maybe they can like cover for Blair and me one day and we can. knock
Yeah,
a
and
bunch
then
of
you
them out.
can do it right, something like that.
Something, but.
That's what I had to do. I had to have a
I mean,
clerk come help
looking
me.
at a stack like that, I'm thinking that's probably about at least 8 hours worth of work.
Yeah, because you're talking about
The
from
whole day.
July, September 28th through July 19th, that's almost a month of days.
Oh, that long?
Mhm.
A full, like, I thought you said it like it was a week in June.
No, he's off from June 28th through July 19th. So
That's
almost
about like 3 weeks.
Yep,
I
3
mean,
weeks.
if you think about it, on an average day, we get maybe 15 exams roughly.
Yeah,
So 5 days, 25. So 215.
Yeah, but no, you looking at all
And
these.
that's just a, that's just a rough
Right,
estimate, approximately 200 and,
right, so when he comes back,
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check to see if he has the dates.
well, the good news is that on those days, if we just have PCC, that's gonna be some quick days, so.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, this is PCC.
I guess Blair and I will put in some time now and get a little bit of a rest later.
Yeah, maybe that's why
You
Blair's
know, and that's gonna be something, I can do subpoenas at times, so that's maybe something where, you know, you put something on the TV and I just crank out a bunch of subpoenas or something.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. I'm hoping
Yeah.
that he just adds a couple dates. It'll
Yeah, hopefully he
just
doesn't,
be better
yeah.
instead of
I was
switching.
gonna say, because if he changes all of them, that's more work for you. I haven't touched on any of them yet, so, and I'm not going to touch them until I know for sure that these are the dates.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had to do all those and redo all of them again, I wouldn't have the time to do that.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I had
already-
to ask for help.
Yeah, our office, at least the exams unit is already, we're crunched.
I can imagine. This is a lot going on.
And the reports crunch, we're out to, you know, like, Giles today scheduled something for October. I'm like, oh, we're in October now.
Right.
And this courtroom is ahead.
Yeah.
We're ahead by like 2 months from like almost all the other courtrooms.
Oh, really?
Other courtrooms are into December. We're about to hit, some of the courtrooms are about to start scheduling for 2022 soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how backed up things are right now. I don't think we're gonna catch up until 2024.
Yeah, it's a lot of catching
Because
up.
when you think about, there's still
Yeah.
there's new cases coming in, so we're just, you know, to stay afloat, just to, you know, to stay at par, it's already so much work, and then to catch up.
Right.
See, you haven't even started your trial.
No, and yeah, things over at Frank Murphy are getting, you know.
Right. Imagine when that happens.
I feel
That's
so
what
bad
that
for all the APAs who are in general trials when
Right.
they actually open up over there. It's gonna be.
Right. But Judge, so you mentioned the dates changed. Are they changing completely or you adding on dates? Do you know what what other dates?
Yeah, I'm changing. I have taken off the, what is it, the 6th of the holiday. Oh, I think it's wrong one.
So you'll be here because you said you were gonna be off the 28th.
June?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be off then.
Okay, all right.
That week I'm still taking off.
Okay, all right.
Taking my grandbaby. But she was gonna have a surgery right after that. I was
Okay.
gonna go straight to Vegas from there. But now she's not. So she's not having the surgery until July 15th. So I'm gonna take off the 15th. Probably until the 30th of July.
Okay, so July 15th through July 30th?
Yeah, some of that time I had already taken off.
Yeah, you taking off through, you're actually off June 28th through July 19th. Them are the days.
Okay. So what I'm change is, I'll be here the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 14th. And then I will take off the 20th through the 30th.
Your Honor, is that June 20th through July 30th?
No, July 20th through July 30th.
Okay.
Well, those are additional days, I've already gotten them. So technically I'll be off the 15th through 30th.
Okay, I'll just coordinate with Kitty to make sure that we can send it.
Okay, the
Me and Blair can
15th.
send out the proper subpoenas.
Okay, so you'll be on July 15th through the 30th. You will be here the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th, 13th, and 14th?
Yep.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yep.
Let's see. It is 11:30. Mr. Longstreet not here or Miss Longstreet not here? Nope.
for our 11:30.
Nobody showed up.
Okay. So okay, right, so the 15th through the 30th, yeah, okay, all right.
Do we have any officers checking on that one?
Yeah, wait, no. Yeah, no, I don't have that.
Matthew Rietz and Timothy Greenman?
No.
No.
So now I'm trying to see, do I put them cases? Huh? So I'm trying to see now, so the ones, because they're already done.
Okay.
So the ones that I already had, just put them back on
No,
them days?
no. No, we'll move the, ones from the 20th through the 30th.
Oh, move them to
We'll
them
move
then.
those to sometime in
To the-
October. And we'll just, once we move those, then the other cases, where I'm now gonna be here that we already moved,
Uh-huh.
we'll just start putting the new, other cases, as new ones come in, we'll put them in there.
Okay, so you don't think we should just move the July 15th through the 30th days to the July 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days? 12, 13, and 14 days? Just move them
Do we have
up?
enough days to do it? Yeah, we can do it that way.
Let's see, 15,
18.
15.
Well, I'm already off the 15th, you moved that, right? Well, I got the 20th.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's enough days.
Oh, that means one day. It's, actually, you'll have 8 days open, and when we're moving it, when we're taking 9 off.
Oh, okay, so I need just the one more day.
Yeah, so we can actually move 8 days to those, beginning of July days.
Okay,
And
And
then, that last one,
so July, I'll need a day for July 30th.
yeah.
So the July 3rd,
October 7th.
move to,
All right.
okay.
Thursday decided to go on vacation. So they have to change it.
I guess people want to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Is our 11:30 here?
No, ma'am.
It's Long Street. The defendant's not here either?
No. Nope.
You want me to call the judge?
We able to call you now, number.
Well, she's in, I mean, I can call her with this number in here, it's just her client's not here.
Well, then we're going to call her.
Wait a minute, that's what's long street up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, here she is. Morning, Ms. Wallace. Morning.
Morning.
You ready?
Oh, my plants, you know, I'm looking at the time. You don't have officers, I don't have a client. I know the
We're now
rules.
at 11:30, so you don't have a client, you just take it.
I know the rules, but
Calling case number 2060777, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ronald Alexander. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Sola on behalf of the people, P83358.
And Christine Longstreet from the Neighborhood Defender Service, appearing on behalf of Mr. Alexander. Judge, he's not here.
You can show him any bond previously submitted shall be forfeited to bond set 30,000 cash. Fine, and bring him
And I would note for the record that people weren't ready. You want to say that for me?
in. I understand.
All right. You have 314-419-4.
You have officers for my, 145.
I'm seeing his attorney.
Mr. Hicks? Hicks. 12:30 exam. He's on YouTube. On Zoom.
They go here?
Yep.
You said Stamps was here?
Yes. And his attorney.
See what he wants to do. You have officers on that one?
Yeah.
Mr. Chambers here?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Come on in. Chambers, how you doing? Good. How are you? Good.
Plus, you stepped to the restroom.
Oh, Ready on Antonio Stamps, calling case number 2060764, the people of the state of Michigan versus Antonio Stamps. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Stoll on behalf of the people, P8335.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Attorney Chambers, on behalf of Mr. Stamps, who stands behind me, live and in person in court, appeal number 63956. Ready to proceed.
Mr. Stamps, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Antonio Charles Stamps.
Thank you, sir. All right, you ready to proceed? Or ready to proceed, Your Honor? Please call Officer Shakur.
Where are from? Yes. Want to go ahead, please?
Thank you, Your Honor. If at any time you don't understand what I'm saying, please let me know and I'll try and rephrase the question for you. If at any time you don't hear what I'm saying, please let me know and I'll speak up for you, okay?
Okay.
Please state your name for the record.
Officer Ibn Amir Shakur,
And Officer Shakur, where are you currently employed?
City of Detroit, 11th Precinct,
How long have you been employed there for?
3.5 years.
Were you working in your capacity as a police officer on September 24th, 2020?
Yes,
And did your duties take you to 19017 mile?
yes,
And is that in the city of Detroit, County Wayne?
yes.
What's at that location?
The Sunoco gas station.
And what were you doing at that location?
We were,
And when you say we, who is we?
I'm sorry, me and my partner,
And what's your partner's name?
Officer Smith.
Okay. And I'll ask my question again. What were you doing at that location?
I was monitoring green light at the 11th Precinct and observed a handle of a firearm coming from a pocket of the offender.
Okay, and when you got to that location, did you observe anyone there?
Yes,
And do you see that individual in the court today?
yes.
Can you please point to them and identify the piece of clothing they're wearing?
Sitting behind you with the blue suit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness and identify the defendant. When you saw him at this gas station, did you make any observations about it?
Yes.
What did you observe?
Had a handle of a firearm coming from his right pocket.
When you made that observation, what, if anything, did you do?
Me and my partner approached him, asked if he had a CPL for his firearm.
Who asked if you had the CPL?
I,
And what did the defendant say?
he said no, that he found it.
Okay, and when he said that, what did you do?
My partner removed the firearm from his pocket and not detained.
Okay, did you check to see, did you verify anything through, or did you verify through lien whether or not there was a valid CPL?
Yes,
And what did that verification determine?
there was no record of the CPL.
Okay, and after you made that determination, what, if anything, did you do?
We asked him if there was somebody that can come pick up his vehicle.
And when you said we, who specifically asked him that?
I'm sorry, I asked him if there was somebody that can come pick up his vehicle.
Okay, and what did he say?
He said yes,
And did someone pick up his vehicle?
yes.
And what did you do after that?
I then took him to the Detroit Detention Center.
Were there any incidents transporting him?
No.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions at this time.
Officer Shakur, you left the 11th precinct and went to the Sunoco, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you did that in a Detroit Police Department scout car vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Were you driving?
Yes, sir.
And you sped off to this location, correct?
It's not a far distance from our precinct.
Without asking how far it was, you sped off to this location, correct?
Not necessarily, no, sir.
Not necessarily? Were you driving on the wrong side of the street to pass vehicles to get there?
No, sir.
You never did that?
No, sir.
All right, did you drive through any type of red light to get there?
Not that I can remember, sir.
And would it be fair to say, when you approached or got to the gas station, you pulled the vehicle directly right up on the vehicle that Mr. Stamps was at, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Stamps was pumping gas at this time, is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall this firearm that you say you saw, was it in his right or left pocket?
It was in his right pocket, sir.
All right, and if I may demonstrate, and knowing that the boxer seat that you're sitting in is at somewhat of an angle, I'm gonna move like as if I'm directly in front of you. Is that fair to say?
Okay.
So if your vehicle, if you're seated like right now, it's like your vehicle and you're facing Mr. Stamps' vehicle, where I'm at, correct?
Okay.
And would it be fair to say that Mr. Stamps is turned to his side and pumping gas into his vehicle this way when you arrived?
I can't remember which way he was standing, sir.
Okay, can't remember which way he was standing. Do you remember him looking up as soon as your police car pulled up onto the scene?
I thought I can remember.
All right, not that you can remember. You remember your officer is the one that pulled the firearm, you said, from Mr. Stamps?
Yes, sir.
And it's your testimony that you could see the firearm in his pocket when you first arrived at the station?
When I was at the station?
Yes.
When I was at the station, I was monitoring on green light. I was able to observe when he arrived, when he walked in the store.
Okay, so and when I use the term station, there's two stations. There's the gas station and then there's the police station. So, forgive me, let me clarify. So you're at the police station watching green light, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then you see what you believe to be the handle of a firearm in a pocket, correct?
Yes, sir.
That within itself doesn't necessarily denote a crime, correct? Because someone can have a CPO, correct?
Someone can.
And then you take off to the gas. Basically, you have to get up and then go relatively quickly to your vehicle, correct? Is that what you do?
Yes, we get to our vehicle and we leave and make a destination if the person is still there.
Okay. And you wanted to get to this destination before this person left, fair to say?
Yes, sir.
All right. You get there and you see who you believe to be the same person, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, you already believed that person to have a firearm on this person, correct?
Yes.
Was it you that asked him if he had a CPL, or was it your partner that asked if he had a CPL?
I asked him if he had a CPL.
Okay, and then it would be fair to say that once he says no, that your partner went directly into Mr. Stamp's right pocket and pulled the gun out, correct?
I honestly don't remember at what point when he removed the firearm, sir.
Okay. When you arrive, you get out, you say hands. Mr. Stamp's hands come up immediately, fair to say?
I don't remember if I asked him to see him.
Totally compliant. That's what it says. One second, Judge. Judge, what I'm trying to do right now actually is connect to Wi-Fi. Oh.
You connect to Zoom? If you want to connect to Zoom, I have to, if you want to share the screen, I have to turn it on.
Yeah, no, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe Mr. Chambers is attempting to connect to the Wi-Fi so that he can access it.
One brief moment, Judge, forgive me. Never mind, Judge. Just to be fair, you said, you're sure you never drove on the wrong side of the street to pass vehicles? Well, let me ask you this. Nevada is a relatively narrow street, correct?
No, it's enough for 2 vehicles.
It's enough for 2 vehicles to go in the same direction?
Yes, sir.
Correct? And your precinct, the 11th precinct sits on Nevada, correct?
Yes, sir.
When you came out of the precinct, you made a left on the Nevada, correct?
Yes.
And then you traveled in a westerly direction. Fair to say? And it's your testimony that to pass any vehicles, you never jumped over to the opposing lanes of traffic to pass vehicles, which would have been on your right-hand side.
No.
Well, this with regards to his testimony that he's already testified to, and I just want to clarify as to how quickly he got to the scene, that's all. And his urgency of the matter, that's.
Well, I saw something with the investigation.
Yeah, no.
So, well, I mean, how is it relevant?
Well, I can move on, I can end, nothing further.
All right, thank you.
I just have one last question for you, Your Honor. Could you describe the gun that was recovered?
There was a black polymer Glock.
Well,
No further questions, Your Honor.
good, I think that goes past beyond the scope of cross.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need that either. So, no matter.
Very good, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you. You said that. Nothing further.
Nothing further from the people, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, it's time people respectfully request for a bind over on this case, and that this is for a prior attack. Their testimony that Officer Shakur observed the defendant at a gas station on the green light video with what appeared to be a firearm protruding from his right pocket. He went to that location to investigate, saw that same individual, once again made an observation of the firearm. After speaking with the defendant, he determined that there was no CPL. He verified that the firearm was recovered, and people expected to find it based on that.
I object to the bind over charge on certain procedure grounds without the officer that actually recovered the weapon. That would be the additional methods with the legal search.
Brief rebuttal, Your Honor.
Sure.
Your Honor, we heard testimony from Officer Shakur that he observed the firearm being recovered. Your Honor believes that the other officer is necessary. He is present. However, Officer Shakur did testify that he observed the firearm being recovered and testified where it was recovered from.
I've gone ahead and heard the testimony. I was found as follows. September 24th, 2020. That Officer Shakur was on duty for the police department. He was watching, monitoring green light videos. That he was monitoring the one at 19017 mile local gas station, where he saw the defendant, at the gas station and what appeared to be a handle of a gun sticking out of his right pocket. And the partner then went to the location. He asked him, did he have a CPL? He said no, that he found it. And eventually taken DDC as someone to come pick up the vehicle. They did that. Officer had reasonable suspicion to investigate. He investigated. The defendant didn't have a CPL. Question of fact, what finds that felony enumerated complaint warrant did in fact occur in City of Detroit, so I'll cause a discharge of defendant. Will be bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division. Arraignment on the information, which will be May 5th, 2021, 9 o'clock a.m. Thank you, Your Honor. Bond continues.
Yeah, they didn't ask for anything else for her, DVD truck for it's noted in the file though that their gun was registered. Okay, get the registration from Highland Park. Because Highland Park.
Yeah.
Right here. Oh. Young lady just said. Lady steps down out there. You should see where they're at. Were you listening to that case from Mr. Tank?
Judge, this case we have at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pull this file. Marquise Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a co-defendant this exam is tomorrow,
Two co-defendants with that.
huh?
It's two co-defendants. It's a three
So it's
defendant.
three
case.
defendants?
Yeah,
Oh, it sure is, William Arnold.
I think they separated because the number of people was in court, in court.
Who separated?
I thought you did, Judge. No?
Judge want separated. We've done a three defendant before.
Have you? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yep. Yep, and then the other one is tomorrow.
Both of them tomorrow. The
So
other two are
both
tomorrow.
are tomorrow. Why was this?
At the same time?
Yep,
Okay,
They
we'll
say-
go on together.
they say 12:30. That's why I don't have, I wonder is that why I don't have a file? I've been looking for the file.
For which case, Kitty?
The 12:30, Hicks,
Yeah.
is that yours?
Well, yeah, yes, it is. It's-
Do you know it's two co-defendants tomorrow? It's It's three defendants altogether.
Right. Which one is up today then?
Hicks,
Hicks is up today?
yeah, I'm going to pull the file, that's why.
The other
Oh,
two- the other two
actually
are
it should be
tomorrow?
over here. Huh?
The other two are up tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's that. Literally, I sent out my student for today. Actually, you know what? I did know that for Teague. I have Teague written down as 422. I don't have anything written down for Arnold though.
Yeah, Arnold is, I just checked it in the system.
Yeah, I believe he's speaking with his client from the old we just did, but I don't know if he's also on.
I didn't tell me.
Oh, it's all 15.
What you knew?
Huh?
What you knew?
Because he wasn't splitting up like that. I knew I probably.
For the sake of the witnesses, having to come down here 2 days in a row. The officer out there told me, he's here. There's an officer on hit. He told me,
There's an officer here for Hicks?
yeah.
You know, if that's Officer Adams or,
I didn't get his name. I was just talking to him in the hall.
okay, I'll go talk to him.
Did you find it?
It would either be Adams or Sterling.
I think this guy entered wrong.
All right, find it again. I don't know. So you talked to him too?
Yeah, in the hallway. Hicks on Zoom.
Hmm.
Why he's on Zoom, I don't know.
Okay, do we think a date got put in wrong?
Yep, I think Hicks should be the 20, look, because they say the 22nd on here.
Okay. And that actually makes sense, because so when I pulled the docket for today, I had originally 422 written down. And I pulled
Okay.
the docket and it showed up as today. So I
Right.
called all my witnesses and said, hey, you're here today, because I thought I made the mistake of a typo or something.
Even here,
Yeah, I'm betting it that it was just a typo getting entered, if I had to guess. I can go talk to my officer, because I wasn't able to get a hold of my complaining witness, because
Good morning.
went straight to
Good
voicemail.
afternoon.
So I don't know if my complaining witness is gonna be here today. I think they're,
they'll be here tomorrow.
I think I'm pretty sure their original subpoena was 422.
Right, tomorrow.
And I tried to call them to let them know, because I thought I screwed up. Instead of typo, but.
No, Judge, it looks like Hicks should be tomorrow. I don't know.
And that would also make sense, because we're double booked for 12:30 today. 'cause I know
Right,
Miss-
because
I
it's
know Miss-
already at
Yeah,
12:30.
'cause I know Ms. Pickerstaff has a 12:30 today too. So that would make sense. I don't know if we want to get the attorneys on or.
Well, we'll see if anybody shows up, otherwise just go tomorrow.
Okay, very good, Your Honor. I'm gonna go speak to the officer then.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. Monkey right here.
Hmm. This file that came from Judge Archer. Why did we-
Call them in.
For a minute or two, I know where I'm at. Couple minutes. Yeah, she should be here. I mean, I've been in communication with her, so she's been calling me. It's gonna be a waiver. I mean, there's a gun board letter's been submitted and all of that, and I'm waiting on a response, so.
Mr. Chambers? I get him, oh, wait.
CR439, Judge Johnson.
Mr. Hicks,
Yes, sir.
you were set for an in-person exam at 12:30. What time is it set for tomorrow?
I believe it's also 12:30, Your Honor. I believe it's just
It's actually tomorrow at 12:30.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have to be here in person at 12:30 tomorrow. You got that?
Oh, I come in person, not Zoom?
Not Zoom, it's in person.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Chambers, I mean, if she shows up, then this is a waiver, right?
Yeah, Judge, I mean, she qualifies for conversion.
Officer?
Huh?
Can
Yeah, I'm not, I ain't tripping on that.
All right, you can release off.
Thanks, sir. You all set to go? If he shows up, we'll do the waiver without you. All right. Once you hope soon, we'll communicate this. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. This should already be handled had they had the CCW docket back then than what they have now.
Well, they're not taking that many cases.
So,
No, they're not. We still have a good, I'd say, Your Honor, at least 50% of our cases are still CCWs, if not more.
They should have just reopened the exam time. I mean, that would have, put you in circuit court, just, it's done.
Especially for the cases that are gonna get resolved without,
Exactly.
without having testimony, really.
if they was at the APA, the courtroom APA just reviewed the file, like in this particular case, it says in the police report that it's a registered firearm. That's the qualifications that they're basically looking for, and everything else you have. The thing is that,
I can tell you exactly why they don't do that, though.
why is that?
There's not enough time for us to do that.
To read the discovery?
To file all the paperwork and do all that and get information, get more pieces of information from defense attorneys and calling you guys and going back and forth.
No, I'm just saying, like, in situations where it's clear, like on paper,
You're just talking about giving us the authority to do that.
Yeah,
you're able to.
I don't do that. I don't like giving up power. Yep, that's what, and it turns into a 8-week.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause I can look at a file and say, yeah, this is probably gonna be a good gun board case. Obviously, that comes with the territory of confirming all of the information.
Give your case today.
They confirmed it. He says registered gun, they didn't took her, her paperwork, so she doesn't have that. She can't get it from out of-
There's some more stuff that they like to see that they're either in school or employed and
Yeah, the appointment,
things like that.
the appointment.
You're in.
I want to know why they have that requirement on there.
Is that correct?
COVID, how many people lost their job?
Right now, I think they are, foregoing that requirement or putting it as a,
Can't be nothing until 14.
suspending it temporarily. As long as someone's actively looking for work.
It's there right here. No.
Is that true?
I believe there is a line out
It
there.
is, there's a line.
Ready on Jewel Greer?
Ready.
Calling case number 206133. The people of the state of Michigan versus Jewel Greer. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Your Honor, we so often to have people P8358.
Good afternoon, Judge Arnie Chambers on behalf of Ms. Greer, who stands directly behind me, live in person, ready to proceed, Judge. Ms. Greer has just effected the waiver of examination form. My signature is on here. I'm awaiting prosecutor's initial. She understands she has a right to a preliminary examination. The fact that the people would have to show one, a crime was committed within the city of Detroit, and 2, probable cause to believe that she committed the crime. And she is willing to have this case found over to circuit court. But let me say this, Judge, so I place everything on the record here. Ms. Greer is charged with 1 count CCW. The firearm in question in this case is a firearm that is registered to Ms. Greer. As we know, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office has a policy of writing to the gun board. And during this COVID time, people who qualify for diversion have to write the gun board prior to preliminary examination and hopefully get that result and not hold the examination in order to get diversion. I wrote the gun board letter approximately 6 weeks ago, sent it off to them. I have made follow-up calls with regards to that as well. I haven't gotten any follow-up response. With that said, it's still out there. So in order to preserve them giving her diversion consideration, we're waiving the exam today. And that is my understanding in all the time that I've been working through this COVID situation as to the Wayne County Prosecutor's policy.
All that is accurate, Your Honor. Just for the record, I don't have any notation on this file whether or not the gun board has completed their review. But people have no objection to a bind over.
State your full name for the record, please.
Jewel Tiana Greer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Greer. Ms. Greer, you understand that you have a statutory right to preliminary exam with a statement show by probable cause the crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way that you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No, sir.
Waive your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes.
Sign the waiver of examination form.
Yes, sir.
Court of Finance, you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam as filed over Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, be May 5th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
She's okay. Because I told her to be here at 12. She got here at 11:45 and has been waiting in line the whole time downstairs. So I'm gonna start telling my people to get here 45 minutes ahead of time.
Well, tell them don't stand in the line.
I talked to the officer, he went in and was speaking to somebody, came back out, took my ID, went back in, just like came back out again.
The only people supposed to be in line are the ones going to the cashier to make payment. When they have a criminal case, they're supposed to bring them right in.
The reason I'm telling them to come closer to the date and time, because no one wants to hang out in this courthouse, and we don't want them hanging out in this courthouse for 45 minutes before exactly.
I know Your Honor's already spoken to them downstairs. I know you've already spoken to them downstairs. But
Yeah, I've done it several times. I'm gonna bring it back up.
Madam Clerk.
All right, take care now.
Thank you.
What is, court administrator?
58736.
I see that, another one,
438 8738.
So I think they wanna make sure they don't just let everybody up. But a lot of people keep coming without their paperwork, then they have to check and see. He was he had her license in his hand, the sergeant did. He was about to call you when I walked down there. He had her license. So he was calling you to make sure.
So, but she stood in the line the whole time? No, so nobody's,
Right, so
because it seemed like somebody should still, even if it is a long line.
it's
somebody
supposed to
should
be,
still go.
it's supposed to be an officer. There do be an officer out there that walk up and ask what you here for. And if you do that, and you have a document in your hand, and you see her name on that document,
All right,
then you let her know.
all right.
What I'm finding out is they have a docket, but sometimes the names don't be up. They have a different docket than our docket.
So then they need the courtroom,
They need a courtroom docket.
because they're getting a different document.
They're getting a different type of docket, not even listed like ours. And sometimes the names are not on there.
Then that's the problem, because that's why the other day, they called me on that one case, and I'm like, it's on the docket. And they were like, no.
It wasn't on the docket.
Right, it wasn't on their docket.
Right.
And I told him then, I said, well, y'all need a different docket. Y'all need to get our dockets in.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, the exam courtrooms give them exam courtroom dockets. And they can see.
So is there a different docket that might not show everybody?
No, that's what I'm trying to see, what kind of docket they got.
Theirs is it's not even made like ours. It's like, I don't know how they do it, and it's different, and I check it. And
Because at first I was like, maybe you guys are getting an old docket, but he was like, no,
Alright.
it comes from somewhere else.
yeah, it comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
Bring her around. Oh. I'm okay. The extremely intelligent people now.
I would say I was gonna start taking one of our dockets.
No, that's supposed to be. No, I just had a woman that they said no. She said she got out there at 11:45. Jerry came and talked to her twice, surprised me twice. Still didn't let her in until 12:30, but that's fine. I would have been. So, I mean, but I don't wait, we're set at 12, calling at 12. And then I let them in, so that's the problem.
I need to
So I just want you to know, no. Really? Oh. All right, okay.
Based on the fact that the 12:30, it looks like it's gonna go tomorrow, I'll hand that file off to Blair. But I know that for 2 o'clock, I rated him out from Macomb. I'm told that he isn't here as of yet, so I'm gonna go give.
Oh, yeah, McLean,
Yeah.
our friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give,
That's your friend, Judge.
I'm gonna go give Wayne County Sheriff's Office
Is he here?
a visit to see what's going on there.
Oh, man.
I called the jail and they said he's not at the jail either. So
Yeah, what jail? Our jail?
I called Wayne County Jail, but they supposed to rid him out.
They did. It's a writ in here.
They did.
They did do a writ.
He said he was in
Matthew
Macomb
did.
County.
I know I did the writ. I am
Check.
positive I did that writ.
Huh?
I'm gonna check the line on that.
Okay. Yeah, they are.
I'll go check my email, maybe they emailed me this morning saying that they couldn't transport him, but as of yesterday at 4:30 when I left the office.
Is 12:30 yours?
No, that one's Anna Biggerstaff, so she's outside right now. I think she's speaking with defense counsel.
Who was that? Timothy Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kitty, I'll go see what's going on with Wayne County Sheriff, see if I can find anything out, but I know I rated them out and they didn't contact me to let me know that they couldn't transport him.
Yep,
so-
I got the copy right
Yeah,
here.
so. What else is new?
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, I'll be back at 2 o'clock, Your Honor.
All right.
Look, Terry,
Hmm?
this all the stuff he been sending.
Oh, Mr. McLean.
Yeah. 439, Judge Giles, program. Yes. Uh-huh. No. Yeah, well, the judge knows him. Judge, the attorney Hatchett, what's his name? His first name?
Yeah.
Oh, he can't even, let me see something. Was it Albert?
Yeah.
This what?
Albert.
Albert.
Thank you.
Yep. He looks different.
Huh?
He looks different.
No.
No, they said that one passed.
Albert Hatchett?
The one that was on Zoom today.
The one on Zoom today wasn't ELBERT though.
Yeah, that's
No.
his name.
It was AL.
Oh, okay. AL.
So it is Albert, Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, the judge said it's Albert. Yeah. Yeah, he talked to the judge, so. All right, all right. So then it is Attorney Albert Hatcher.
Take you.
So did someone say about count one? That is it? Okay. I think Elliot, another attorney used to work with him. I mean, the one on Pontiac.
Yeah.
Oh, that other
Yeah.
one was at 11. Yeah, okay, so yeah, his name is Albert, but it's spelled with an E.
I did spell with an E.
Oh.
I was spelled with an E.
Oh, okay. There's one in here with an E.
Hold on.
How you doing? My name Devin Green, and I had court with you guys today, and I was wondering what time was it or anything, cause ain't nobody let me know nothing, like no attorney contact me or nothing.
What is your name?
Devin Green.
You're supposed to be here in the building.
At 11 o'clock. You got a warrant out for your arrest.
They never sent no documents to the court to my
I'm not
house.
going to. All you have to do is look it up online. You can look up your own name.
I didn't know that.
Mr. Green, this is your case. You gotta keep up with it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Ever since I had got bonded out, I never received nothing. Only thing they told me was I had court April the 21st, and after that, that's all I heard. I ain't know that I had to be there.
Call. It's at 12:30.
So what time
court start?
What time court start? Be there?
What? It's too late. You got a case. You got a warrant. What are you doing?
I never knew anything. I never knew nothing. Ain't nobody
What
never.
What are you doing now that you keep ducking your head down?
Nothing. I can't hear it. I'm putting the speaker to my ear.
Oh.
Yeah, because I can't. This phone.
Now you got a warrant for your arrest. You got to contact your attorney. I need you to listen. All right?
All right.
Contact your attorney, and that's Mr. Niles.
Can I get his number or anything?
I beg your pardon?
Can I get his number? Because I don't even, he never contacted me. I never talked to nobody. I didn't know nothing.
Well,
I'm just in the blind side.
Well, the number in there. The other thing, when you come on Zoom or when you come in my courtroom, don't be wearing no t-shirt.
I know.
You understand? I don't do t-shirts.
Okay.
Put a shirt with
I
a collar on.
apologize.
All right. Do you have my house number?
Yep.
All right. We're going to give you his number. You contact him.
Okay.
You ready to write it down?
Yes, I'm ready.
It's 313.
313.
244.
244.
3500.
Okay, I got 313-244-3500.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just tell him to come on tomorrow morning and I'll remove the warrant. I know you've been on for a while.
Yes, I've been since 8 this morning.
Well, I know you've been on Zoom for a little while because I tried to get your attention, but you didn't answer me.
Yeah. Okay.
So just tell them to come on in the morning. All right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Shirt with a collar too. You ready?
Your Honor, my guy's coming up downstairs.
Oh, good. Where? He
should be coming up.
Well, I'll wait. What's coming up mean?
Because I also have an officer that's on his way.
Huh?
My officer is on his way.
I don't care. Whoever gets here first. Your officer not here, going off the case. The client doesn't get here before all get there. I'm getting the case here. I'm not waiting.
Let me make sure he's.
That's for 12:30.
I just checked my.
We're past our time. You got about a couple minutes, I'm just gonna call it.
Come on in this second. No, this second. One, okay, you're on. All right. You are walking in the building. Okay, you're walking. He's walking to the building.
Okay, you got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, the judge said you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, actually 3, I got 3 minutes. 12:40, I'm calling the thing.
What's the courtroom number?
Oh, you mean outside? No,
Yes.
439.
Huh? Come to 439, 4-4. All right. Yeah, Timothy guy walking. 439. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Belsky, how can I help you?
Yes, I had a court at 8:30, but I I was at the 3rd district, a Zoom site, and I got Giles mixed up with Gillis. Judge Gillis.
Don't have a case. You're not on my docket for the day.
I should be. I got the paper.
You got a case number on that paper?
Let me see. It says court dates 4/21, and it says Judge Giles. Giles.
Case number. Case number.
Right. I'm looking. I don't see the there's no case number written down on it.
What's your last name?
Bielski, B as in boy, IELSKI.
Your first name?
Stephen with the EV. It was at 8:30.
Yep, he was on Zoom. The judge said, he told him to log on tomorrow Zoom, right?
Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Log on tomorrow Zoom. For the warrant.
No, Zoom for a while.
Councilman, I just gotta call your client man outside.
Yep. Thank you. You're welcome. Sir, you're scheduled for April 29th at 8:30.
Okay, because they gave me 2 dates. They gave me one for the 21st, and then they gave me one for the 28th. So he says the 29th?
No, there's no 21st date in here. It's the 29th. Your PCC is the 29th.
Okay, thank you very much, because they told me, they wrote down the 28th.
All right, you got it straight. You're still all right.
So it's the 29th?
29th at 8:30, yes.
Okay.
Sir, with a comment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Someone come back in. We have to call the state now. I'm not waiting on this guy.
I think they had him at security. I think they had
Just said he's not there.
Yeah, that was Andre, he called up and told me that he's not outside.
Oh, I thought that's why he called.
Yeah.
Now, who's this? Look at.
There's the guy.
Ready, Timothy Guy. Calling case number 20-59625, the people of the state of Michigan versus Timothy Guy. Defendant is charged with count 1, count 2, controlled substance, delivering, manufacturing cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 50 grams. Second notice. Count 3, weapons carrying concealed. Count 4, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 5, count 6, count 7, weapons, felony firearm, habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tina Ridley on behalf of the people, PA 3688. Oh, I'm sorry.
Slow down.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tina Ripley on behalf of the people, P83688.
Respect to Your Honor, Attorney Alawam, bond number 66874 on behalf of Mr. Timothy Guy.
And the guy was allegedly coming in the building now, and he's not in line down there, we already checked. So,
Your Honor,
I'm not waiting. It was set for 12:30, 12:43 now. So, if shall enter, any bond previously submitted shall be forfeit, any bond set. 30,000 cash.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, if he walks in now, well,
Probably gonna lock him up because he can't tell time. And he doesn't like telling the truth either. He told you he was here, coming in the building, and he's not. So bring him in, we'll deal with him. See what he got to say. All right, conclude that docket for the morning.
Did we call, I know I had left, did we call,
Yes.
did we call Hicks case?
Hey, so we're doing it tomorrow.
It's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so he was on Zoom, I told him it was tomorrow.